No, negative 3 times 3.
What's the negative times a negative? Yeah.
What is negative 3? What is negative 3 times 3?
Oh man, I ain't doing math tonight. We're gonna do something else. We're gonna talk flat earth.
What is negative 3 times?
I don't know.
Hey, I'll give you a hint.
The next thing that comes out of your mouth is negative 3 times 3. What is the solution?
Is that what y'all want to talk math?
Negative 3 times 3.
Is that what we gonna do?
We've been talking math for so long.
No, the next time you unmute your mouth. What is negative 3 times 3? No, that's not the answer. What is negative 3 times 3?
Math for the rest of the night?
What is negative 3 times 3?
Talk about the 3 body problem, but
He can't even solve
Which by the
And that's a you problem.
You don't know math.
Okay.
Whoa, you said that we don't think you know math. What is negative 3 times 3? Answer. Open your mic and answer what is negative 3 times 3. Because apparently we don't know math, but you do. Oh, I got the perfect music for this.
In the corner, you scared now? You try to deflect.
What is negative 3 times 3?
That's what happened. Whatever you want it to be.
I want to talk about the 3 body problem. I'm scared that simple.
No, you don't, because you have no answer. That's why you keep muting my mic when it's 5 of y'all talking and one of me.
I've been doing that to sea level all night long. He doesn't even know.
It's Saturday night. It's Saturday night. I don't even.
Sea level. If you're so good at math and we're all wrong, what is negative 3 times 3?
You think you flying through the fucking universe?
Wrong answer.
Oh, no answer.
Wrong answer.
Why would I talk? A spinning water ball. Why would I do math with you, dumbass?
Hey, sea level. What's the equation for determining?
I'm just here to get y'all a little club tonight. That's all.
What's the equation?
It's all good. Y'all ain't got no answers for me.
What is the equation for determining?
Y'all can't answer none of mine.
What is the equation for how much?
No, I don't know.
No, we gotta keep it simple. We gotta keep it simple. What is y? What is y equals mx plus b called?
No, they don't.
You know we got the
They don't fly level. That's for sure.
Yeah, they do, JT. Why are you so
No, they don't. No, they
fucking
don't.
so disingenuous.
Hey, an airplane flies. An aircraft flies. Hey, an aircraft flies. An aircraft. Jesus Christ. An airplane flies. An airplane flies with a nose up pitch. Therefore, it is not flying level.
Is it flying, JT?
It's flying with a nose up pitch. Reference to the Earth's surface.
5 or 7 degrees.
Now,
Whoa. Listen how disingenuous he just said.
Actual.
So it's not flying flat and level. How come the telemetry data say it is?
Telemetry.
Flies. No airplane flies perfectly level.
Yeah.
So what
always have a nose up or nose down pitch.
And it's still flying flat and level, JT. Why are you lying?
It's not.
What
Why are you lying?
What
Why are
does
you lying just to save?
level mean in
Oh my God, it's straight, JT. Level is straight.
Does the word
level is straight.
What does the
whatever
word
they put
level,
in the dick?
Dear God, what does the word level mean in aeronautical terms?
Silence.
Means to me, JT, it's straight, JT. It's straight.
Very simple question. No, it's not straight.
It's
level
straight,
means,
JT.
Level
It's
means
straight.
level
It's
means
This is relative to the
It's straight, JT.
level in aeronautical terms means maintaining a constant altitude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to a flat surface.
No, it's
God,
not.
To a tangential surface.
Hey, the surface is not curving.
Oh dear God, you are fucking
Either sea level.
And you lost. You lost. JT, you flying over.
We're lost. What's the square root of 16?
You telling me the water is curving, right?
What is the square root of 16?
What is the square root of 16?
He say.
Whoa! If we're all lost, no, we're all lost and we're all dumb. If we're all dumb and lost, if we're all dumb and lost, what is the square?
Dumb as shit.
What is the square root of 16, Mr. Genius?
Oh my God.
Square root of 16.
You're weird.
What is the square root of 16?
Weird.
What is it?
He's turning into Genie now, saying people are weird.
You trying to? You just going?
Just pick a number and multiply
it by
square root
of 16?
Until 16. Okay.
I'm smarter than all of you, but I refuse to answer the question.
No,
you are,
dude. I'm not finna sit up here and so I answered that. You can ask me another question. You ask me another question.
Every single person in this entire chat and panel could answer that question in a second.
I don't care if you can or not.
What is the square root of 16? We're gonna throw back on the Jeopardy music. What is the square root of 16? Come on, Sea Level.
I don't want to tell you.
Hey, Sea Level.
You don't want to tell me.
No, it's a non sequitur.
Here's a question for Sea Level. Can I get the big box?
Why you asking me a question? You ain't answered shit. You shouldn't been telling me planes don't fly
I've actually
flat and level,
answered
JT.
almost every question.
JT, you said planes don't fly flat and level. That's a direct lie, JT.
Because they don't. Show me a document that says.
Stop it. This just being disingenuous. This is a bold-faced lie.
Show me a document that says that's what we do. Show me a document, an aeronautical document, saying what you're claiming.
Yeah, follow me, and I'll send them all to you. And
I'm not following your fucking dumb ass.
I think you owe me some money because you told me pilots would never say the Earth was flat.
They don't, and I got 15,000.
And I think you bet me some money, and I think you owe me.
I actually haven't bet you. I said you can't find a pilot that will. So when you go
I bet you I can find about 100.
When you go out and you walk up to a pilot that tells and explains to you and says that, yeah, the Earth is flat, I'll fucking believe you. But you won't go do it.
Let me send it to you, JT. You won't let me send that information because you don't want to hear the truth.
No, I don't want other people's shit. I want you
wait a minute.
Go do it.
I'm not a pilot. You said I couldn't find a pilot who would say that. Now you
I don't want you to
now
show
you bagging up,
other
dude.
people's
You bagging
videos.
up because you know you lost.
No, your claim is you can find a pilot. So when you go out,
I did it.
Where's your video that shows you going up to a pilot?
Follow me and I'll send it to you.
No, show it right now. You've got camera access. Show it to us.
I can't show no video on the phone, dog.
Sure you can.
No.
So anyway, here you go. So this is the
You need another device, you idiot.
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up with your dumb ass.
This is the U.S. Marine Corps Field Artillery Manual. And we look at the range effects. The things that they account for.
You're stupid for following this clown because he don't know the fuck.
The things that the United States Marine Corps, the things that the United, dear God, this is
like
why your bitch ass keeps getting muted.
Yo, the bitch ass, because just why you run from us.
I don't run from any of you. I just
will never come in sunlight.
I avoid you because all you do is
come to sunlight. I challenge you to come to sunlight.
I'm not coming into a live with you bunch of homophobic pieces of trash. I don't like to associate with you. The only reason I am up here right now is because I happen to like the host and everybody else in the box.
Disingenuous.
And I actually want people to see how stupid you are in denying actual things that we can prove. Like you claim the military does not account for the Earth rotating. Here is the United States Marine Corps right there, marines.mil. This is their field artillery manual. And when you look at the range effects that they account for when they are firing artillery, muzzle velocity, projectile weight, range wind,
railgun,
air temperature, air density. What is that last variable? The rotation of the Earth. Deflection effects that cause effects that cause a deflection. Effects that cause a deflection. This is why I don't come in. This is why I don't come into your fucking lives. You can't shut up.
I'm in my mic, man.
Deflection. So these are effects that cause a deflection in where that projectile is going to hit. The drift, that's due to the rotation of the projectile itself. Crosswinds, if you have a wind blowing across. And again, the rotation of the Earth. And if we scroll on down, they actually have this nice little chart. They actually have this nice little chart. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get to it. I passed by it. Yeah, there absolutely is.
Which one?
You can demonstrate this by standing on a merry-go-round and trying
What's
to throw
the name
a ball.
of the experiment, JT?
You can literally demonstrate
What's the
this
name
yourself.
of the experiment, JT?
This is why I don't go into your fucking lives.
What's the name of the experiment, JT?
What's beyond the ether?
What's the name of the experiment?
What's beyond the ether?
Who knows?
I don't need to give you the name of an experiment. I'm literally telling you how you can do it on your
just
own.
trust me, bro. I ain't on that.
No, he's explaining how you do it.
Just to fucking trust me, bro, dude.
I'm telling you how to go do it.
I got 4 experiments that say no.
I'm telling. What experiment says no?
Sagnac.
Sagnac actually doesn't. Hey, guess what? You know, I'm glad you brought Sagnac up because Sagnac is what we use in modern day ring. Hey, the Sagnac effect is what modern day ring laser gyroscopes operates off of. And guess what?
None of them found motion.
15-minute.
None of them found motion, JT.
We detect a 15 per hour rotation using the Sagnac effect.
Ether drift, and you know they found a different one, and when they changed in latitude,
why is it always the same?
There's no such thing. There's no such thing as ether.
They found that yes, it is, and it always has been.
No,
yes, it is. You can stay in denial if you want to.
No, there's not.
There is. This is why you stay. This is why you stay locked up to the hip with stingrays.
Dude, I don't hang around Stingray that much. You did, dude.
Stay out your echo chamber. Come into a real life. I challenge you, and I want you to bring my money with you, dude. Because I got a bunch of pilots, dude. I got a bunch of pilots that talk to talk.
I don't go in lives with homophobic, anti-Semitic pieces of trash.
A chump, dude. Why not?
Actually, we're not. We have a very diverse group of people over here.
Oh, yeah. You call it diverse if you want. That's the name you're going to put on it? Okay, we'll call y'all diverse. But anyway, come out your echo chamber and learn something, dude.
Learn something? Really? We got to learn something. What's the square root of 16 sea level?
Marks don't even know what the damn horizon is. Jake,
what's the square root of 16?
What creates
Count
the horizon?
The corners of your box.
What creates the horizon?
It's the point where the surface of the Earth meets the sky.
Oh, good answer. And so it's not the curve of the Earth, is it?
It is actually a result of the curve of the Earth.
So you think the horizon is the curve of the Earth? See how
I'm pretty sure most people would accept that as a
that is
very
wrong. That's wrong. The horizon could change day to day, hour to hour, depending on atmosphere conditions, idiots.
No, that's the apparent horizon, not the physical.
Just because the horizon is always
No, the horizon is physical as well.
So if a 2-foot person,
oh my God,
their horizon is the same as my horizon, and I'm 6 something.
No, because you're taller, so your
exactly. So the horizon is apparent, you idiot.
So your physical. So if you don't think the horizon is physical, So let's calculate this. If I'm on a 6-foot. Is calculated
I have been exposed. I told them no globy, no.
Shut up. Let's do this. At 6 foot on a 6 3.125 miles away from me. How much money you want to put that if you walk 3.125 miles 120 grain projectile?
Yee.
If you're so miles is not where my physical horizon is, you walk out there and let me lob a 220 grain projectile.
You think you go out there and touch the damn horizon?
You won't put your money where your mouth is.
I'll put my money on it. How much you want to put on it? And you would never pay up. I put 6 grand on it.
You don't
you
have
think you gonna go and touch it? Or you gonna go touch it?
Can you touch the firmament?
Hold on, wait a minute. You gonna go touch the horizon, JT?
Wait, hey.
Wait a minute, shut up. He talking shit. Wait a minute. Or you gonna go out there and touch that horizon, JT, at 3.2 miles?
Yeah, I can lob a projectile and hit it.
Oh my God. Put your money where your mouth is.
You do know this is done on a daily
you want to see it?
Right? You do know this is done on a daily basis by snipers, field artillery, and everything else.
Yeah, right? like tanks have shot further than that.
Put your money where your mouth is. Then. No, I don't even want to bet because it's fool's gold. You don't know what the horizon is.
Hey.
Okay.
JT.
I know this is
wait a minute.
He
said 3.2 miles. So if that's physical, when you go up in elevation, is it going to move or not? How can the fucking physical horizon move, JT?
Because you are higher above a curved surface.
That means it's not physical, JT.
My response to that,
physical location on the surface of the earth.
That means it's apparent, JT.
My response to that would be
that expose you, dude. That's all I wanted to do. You don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Sea level. My response to that would be it doesn't work for you because I don't know if you know anything about. I don't know if you know anything about geometry, which
I know.
It shows you don't know much about math.
I do.
You don't know a lot about geometry.
You can make all these claims you won't.
Yeah.
We can do math another day. We're talking about
hypotenuse is longer than the adjacent. Okay, so see further when I'm higher
talking
up.
About either, you know what I'm saying? You think the horizon is physical too? That's
why can I see further when I'm higher up?
What?
The hypotenuse is longer than the adjacent.
Dude, do you realize how stupid you sound?
Sea level.
Yes, you do. Do you know?
Okay, wait, no. Sea level. Next time you open your, since you know it, next time you open your mic, what's the hypotenuse? Jeopardy music.
How am I gonna talk to 7 people and every time I say something you muting my mic, dude?
What is the hypotenuse? What is the hypotenuse?
Dude, there's 3 people on panel. Relax.
What is the hypotenuse? Come on, Sea Level. You got this.
Man. It's just depressing. It's like watching a dog try to do quantum mechanics.
This is like nails on a chalkboard.
No, this is pathetic. Out of all the lives we've had, this is by far like the most insufferable
But he can answer any question we ask him.
Dude, some of them are actually good too, and it's like we never give viewers on those ones.
You know what's interesting, Sea Level? Hold on. You know what's interesting, Sea Level? You like bitched and moaned quite a bit about me and Nico muting you. But the thing about it is, I've had countless flat earthers on panel for hours at a time. I didn't mute them not once. Why do you think that is?
I have never had to mute someone as much as you, Sea Level. You genuinely cannot control yourself.
Angels of Light was on panel for over 2 hours, and I didn't mute him once.
Son of Africa barely even talked. He respectfully was muted most of the time.
And I think his mods are fucking seething, immature children.
No, he was a very respectful person when he came up.
Alright, he's an alright guy, but his fucking mods are ridiculous. That's why I don't go in his live, just like JT was saying. And he has
scared, man.
Sea Level, what's the square root of 16?
You're scared to answer elementary school math.
No, I don't. I'm not here to do math with you.
You come in here, you said you know geometry, yet you don't know what a hypotenuse is.
I do know geometry.
Okay, what's a hypotenuse?
Geometry.
No beginning. Oh wait, Sea Level. You know what beginning calculus is?
We're not finna even go.
You know what beginning calculus is? What's a derivative?
Yeah,
Sea Level. What's a derivative?
He's scared to come on the other page.
Calculus.
I get to talk to
No, you know basic calculus.
Lives with your anti-Semitic.
And why not, JT? Why are you so scared?
Because I do not associate with homophobic, anti-Semitic.
You're associating with me now. You're associating with me now.
No, he's really not.
Wait a minute. Are you
He really is.
Wait, are you
really
claiming
is.
to be anti-Semitic and homophobe?
Dude. What
Sea
the
level,
fuck
do
your
you
problem
accept
is?
those? Is that true about you?
I don't fuck with fuck boys.
That's a homophobic
Yeah.
thing, calling somebody a fuck boy.
Call it what you want. When he asks, don't ask the question you don't want him
Why
to answer.
are you concerned with someone's...
You asked the question I gave you, man. I'm brutally honest. Sorry. Don't ask questions you don't want that real answer to.
I guessed it, or I expected it to be less direct.
What? I like girls who like girls. I don't like boys who like boys.
Wait, what?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You
sea
did?
level,
You
sea
did?
level, sea level thinks that being a lesbian, a gay,
Being
if you're
gay
a
is
male
fine with
couple,
me,
that's
Jack.
not
Well,
okay.
even though
Yeah.
being like that's just girls being gay versus boys. So does boys being gay like ew, that's icky or something, and then girls being gay is like ooh, that's hot, or like what are you saying?
Well,
He gets
I'm gonna tell
jealous
you
that
why.
he can't be
What
with
I base
boys.
mine on is.
He
And
wants
this
to
is why I don't go in there and
Why you mute my
associate
mic
with
now?
them.
Why you mute
he
my
wants to
mic,
kiss
dude?
the boys.
I don't kiss boys. I don't want to kiss no boys, dude. What are you talking about? Are you
Come
upset
Sound
on,
like
that I
you're
don't
the
like
you
boys
opposite.
kissing boys?
you know you do.
I'm not down with boys
Sea
kissing
level,
boys.
sea level, you
No,
love
no. Are
it.
you answering my question? I answered all y'all. Are you mad that I'm not down with boys getting married to boys? Or you know what
Wait,
I'm
you're
saying?
not
See,
down with
I
Yeah.
look at
people
this
doing
different.
whatever the
I'm
fuck
gonna
they
tell you
want
where
in
I
life?
Yeah,
stand.
you're
I'm
not
gonna tell
you're
you
not
where I
down with other
stand.
people living
Well,
their lives.
here's the
No,
deal.
I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you and start so you won't
Let
have
me
to
tell
assume.
you why.
See, masculine and feminine is two different energies to me. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't fucking know what
Masculine
you're saying.
is different than feminine. Girls go to the bathroom together. Boys don't. From
Right?
birth. Wait a minute, do you understand where I'm coming
I
from?
hold bro's
Girls are
hand while we were at
already
the
feminine.
funeral,
When a
so.
boy start acting like a girl, then the masculine is acting feminine.
Like
And I'm not
you?
down with that.
Like
Oh
you?
my God. Not like me, dude. Like you.
I don't know. You act very girly pop.
How? Because I don't like fudge packers.
All right, that's enough of
See,
that.
there it is.
Yep.
You know,
Goodbye.
should have been done a while ago.
We
Told
should have done
you.
that a long time ago.
I think I'm
Anyway,
a
if any
terrible
flat
person.
earther is still in the chat and wants to come up, you're
And hopefully who
welcome
are
to,
not
as long as you're
homophobic.
not a homophobe,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
you can learn to mute yourself and be respectful.
I've been sitting here waiting, but here's the actual table that you go to, so you don't have to do math.
Sea level,
Because
you're gonna get muted if you say another homophobic comment in the chat.
the math for calculating the correction for Coriolis is already broken down in tables based on what your latitude is.
Yeah,
Right?
honestly, you wanna know what I want to do? I feel like this would be the easiest way to do this. We go out, we buy some piece of artillery or something, and then we calculate it without using the curvature of the Earth, or sorry, Coriolis, and
you
then
don't even have to do
see if
that.
we get the right answers, and then do it
My
with the Coriolis.
my
And then-
ballistics calculator for my long range pew pews actually has a variable in there for calculating.
Same.
Let me see real quick.
Sea level, I think you're just actually frustrated. It's okay. I know some boys. I know some boys will love you someday.
Oh, actually, I deleted the pictures. But so what they did, so you don't have to do the math, like DJ was saying, oh, you're gonna be calculating it while they're firing. No, the math is already done for you in correction tables, so you don't have to sit there and work it out while somebody's firing at you. So if you're at 40 degrees north latitude, it's going to ask you your range to target, okay, your azimuth of the target in mils, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is your correction. So if you're at 500 meters, there's your where'd the mills go? There's your mills to the target. You're going to get a 0.1 right correction to compensate for Coriolis.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and there's more. I mean, there's Here's another chart.
It relates to massive projectile and a couple of other
Another chart, right? Corrections to range in meters to compensate for the rotation of the Earth. But, you know, the military doesn't account for Coriolis, yet they have an entire chapter dedicated in talking about Coriolis and the corrections.
A guy who worked on railguns in the Navy who came up here and explained it to them.
There's my non-commissioned officers course graduating picture when I graduated the non-commissioned officers course.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. So, like, here's the deal.
I didn't do that for that. I'm just pointing out I was in the military too, so I know.
And we respect you for it.
If you didn't have the Coriolis involved in that, I mean, you realize if someone just threw that in there just for fun, right? That would put a lot of snipers. That would put a lot of snipers at risk.
That would put a lot of infantrymen at risk.
I mean,
artillerymen and how very precise their calculations have to be, because they could hit their fellow servicemen if they get their calculations wrong. Especially on something like danger close, which is within 1,000 meters of friendlies. That is something that is incredibly important. And if Coriolis fucked with all of that, that would be not only incredibly bad for friendly casualties, but also be incredibly bad as just like a why do we even have to account for it? So why do you act like it's not a real thing when we definitely have to account for it?
He held it for a little while.
Yeah, quite a bit actually. Right? I think it was like 10 years almost.
Didn't he claim to use Coriolis for that shot?
Yes,
yeah, he had to. Yeah,
exactly.
I think it was 2,400 meters or something like that. But yeah, he had to use Coriolis because that's a significant amount of variation, especially if you're aiming for a small object like a human. Like that is a very significant amount of distance. Even when we look at tanks is the greatest example here. The longest shot in a tank was 3,600 meters by a chieftain, and that was out of a rifled cannon. And they had to count for Coriolis, and I think it was something like 2 feet almost of variation. So on top of the already calculation of windage, angle of attack for the specific distance, they had to account for Coriolis. They had to correct right or left. I don't remember.
All right, should we let some people up or?
Well, no one in the guest queue is a flat earther, and from my understanding, Gene Techman is a huge anti-Senate, so I would not be platforming him.
Various is requesting up. Do we want to let Various up?
Yeah, Various can come up.
You ready for CERN?
Huh?
You ready for CERN?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I just came up because I am frustrated with the people in the chat. To the people that are saying the three-body problem has been solved don't understand what the actual mathematical usage of the word solved means. We have not solved the three-body problem. It is known that we cannot solve the three-body problem. We can run numerical simulations of three-body problems, but those are not solutions. Those are simulations. There's a huge difference between an analytical solution and a numerical simulation. And a bunch of people were arguing with me in the chat on that.
Various, were you there for the guy that couldn't even answer the most basic questions but was calling us all dumbasses?
Nope. He didn't know.
Which time?
Sea level.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
16. He doesn't.
We asked him. We had 3
hypotenuse.
questions in rotation. We had the hypotenuse, we had the square root of 16, and 3 times -3.
Yep.
We couldn't answer a single one. But he kept saying he knew basic. He said he knew calculus.
Yeah.
He couldn't answer what a
I heard
derivative
that.
was.
And we
Yeah,
asked him what a
there is
derivative
not.
I asked him what a derivative was. He couldn't answer it.
There is not a single flat earther that knows calculus.
Nope.
Exactly.
Nope. Absolutely doubt. Find me a flat earther that understands calculus, and you get $1,000 shot. The answer is you're not going to find them. They never made it that far in school.
Yep.
There's a flat earther that claims to have a minor in math, but yeah, he can't do basic math. Well, he can't do calculus. I don't know about basic math, but there's no way you have
Hopefully
a
he
minor
can
in
do 3
math and then
times
somehow
-3.
forget basic calc.
I hope he can do 3 times -3. Okay, that's all.
I'm sure he could do that.
I expect that. Okay,
I bet he could do that.
I hope. with sea level, I'm not too sure though. You know.
Oh my god.
I don't think
Sea
you
level had
can.
to be. Tess, would you agree that had to be the dumbest person we ever lit up?
Yeah,
I mean, GJ's pretty dumb, but
yeah,
like,
yeah. I was saying.
I mean, I'm gonna
earlier,
be entirely honest with you. That was room temperature IQ, if I've ever seen it.
I
room
think
temperature, it was lower than that. It was chilly air.
I would say sea level and DJ are pretty much tied in the stupidity department. And they're both tied in the lack of impulse control as well, because neither one of them can shut the fuck up longer than 10 seconds, and I've never had to mute the way I have to mute when it comes to those two. Normally I never.
I think his
I'm
IQ
never
is
kidding.
below freezing.
And I have never seen anything that bad. Like, out of all the times I've been on here, I've never seen you mute someone so much because they just refuse to shut up. They just have to talk over everything.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
insane.
It's a complete lack of impulse. It's I think it like something wrong, honestly, where I don't know how you function in life if that's how you converse or that's how you debate or argue. Like I don't get it.
Well, it's the whole idea that if I talk over you and talk louder, that means I'm right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would not listen
That's
to
where he's coming
anything.
from.
Oh, why didn't all the apples fall because of gravity?
Yeah, this has been a very painful live, to be completely honest with everybody.
The amount
But-
of shots of vodka I had to take to listen to that guy was insane. I'm generally gonna pass out.
Yeah, I'm on beer number 3.
I think I'm 6 shots of Smirnoff and probably more. I can't even remember.
I wish I had something to drink.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where you live, but there's a storm coming.
I got a Mardi Gras vodka, but I don't want to walk to the kitchen.
Oh no, you.
Smirnoff and Absolute on top.
I can't do vodka by itself. It's just,
Really, I love straight shots.
I used to be able to.
Vodka
I used to be
and
able to do it, but I can't do it anymore.
I only do beer. Anything stronger.
I love beer though. I love beer. I had you guys ever had Smirnoff Ice?
Everyone
Yes.
loves beer.
Okay, no.
Oh,
Here's
those
the
are
thing.
delicious.
Here's the thing.
It's so
Everyone
good. They're
everyone
delicious.
says that's a sissy drink, and I'm like, no, I love it. Okay?
No, it's
But it tastes good.
delicious.
Who cares?
It tastes
Yeah.
so good.
It does. That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
I had a
It's
citrus
so
one
good.
earlier. It genuinely, you can't even taste the alcohol. It's genuinely amazing.
Oh yeah, the first time I had Smirnoff Ice, I bought a 6-pack and then like sat down on the couch, had one, and was like, "Oh, that's good," and like genuinely forgot there was alcohol in it. Finished the rest of it, just like thinking, just forgetting there's alcohol, thinking there's sodas, and then I stood up and I was like, "Oh shit! Whoa, that's right, there's alcohol in those."
yep. That's where you go. That's where you go after like Mexican ice.
That and Twisted
Yeah.
Tea, if you guys ever had it.
I've had Twisted Tea. I will be honest, in terms of like tea flavor, kind of sucky. But in terms of like not tasting like alcohol, pretty good.
Yeah, I was on a Red's Apple Ale kick for a while. I saw William mention that in chat.
That's some good stuff.
Yeah.
Too.
I will be honest, when I was a little bit younger, I used to do buzz balls, but
Buzzballs. I remember the coffee one.
Ugh.
yeah, that one's not great. I used
Really,
to
I love
those.
coffee. It was like what? It was like wine and like coffee flavor.
Dude,
I don't
I remember a period of time where like Four Locos would down you.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
you
back
know.
when
They
had
still
caffeine
sell
in
Four
them.
Locos.
Okay.
I remember like my tongue getting like dyed from them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, your tongue. Yeah, it's strong.
Well,
they
the
still
OG,
sell for it.
yeah,
it's
the
a different
OG Four
formula now,
Locos are not the same. But back when I was in college, they were heavily caffeinated,
Yep.
and it was like pretty much a blackout in a can.
Yep. No. Yeah. No.
Yeah, they don't sell those anymore.
Hey, Tesseract.
What's that?
I remember a high school party, and a kid almost was unalived by one.
Yeah, I believe it.
Oh,
People
shit.
had people went into
Four
cardiac
Locos
arrest
crazy.
over those drinks, man. They literally had like heart attacks because of the amount of caffeine mixed with alcohol within. It was like
Because
I
one.
think 12% alcohol with like
Oh
3
no!
cups
It
of
was closer to
coffee
20.
worth of.
It was closer to 20.
I don't know.
It
This
was
was back in
seriously like 3 or 4
2009. This is like mid-late 2000s.
Yep.
Yeah, good times. If any flat earthers want to request up, that's not sea level. Or yeah.
Yeah, just make yourself known in the chat so we can see who you are and let you up. Because we're still
Yes.
looking at debates or moon landing deniers or climate change deniers or really anything. We're just looking for
Nuclear
conversation.
energy haters.
Nuclear
Yeah.
energy
Yeah.
haters.
Yeah.
Never
Fucking
mind.
evolution deniers. Come on.
Evolution, yep.
Come on.
Across the board.
Really,
Yeah.
just science deniers.
Anyone who denies science, yeah. Or
Voting.
like the scientific method or anything really.
Oh man, that's funny.
How do you deny the scientific method?
Trust
Like,
me,
what the
there
fuck?
are people. Okay, trust me.
Oh my god, yeah, there are Phil bros that are like, you can't use God, not imperialism. What's the word I'm trying to think of?
Empirical.
Empirical.
Yeah, you can't use empiricism to prove empiricism. It's like,
Yep.
no one's letting stupid Phil bro.
This is
Literally
inductive
like our only
reasoning.
method we can use. That's actually
Oh my
solid.
god. I fucking hate those people. Deductive versus inductive.
Like, I do philosophy, and I fully understand how we use empiricism. Like,
Exactly.
there's
Right.
nothing else we
Yeah.
can do. Like, that's the best option we have at hand.
Yeah, because what they do is they say it has to goes to God, and they're always like, well, it has to be authoritated by God, and I hate that. I just hate that they're like they have to influence, you know, like, and it's just like no, that just doesn't really make sense.
InTheFuture.com, are you opposition or are you a friendly? Says you're a recent guest, but I don't remember. Tess, do you remember?
Oh, he's friendly. He has a PhD
He's
in
friendly.
physics.
Oh, he's interested. Can we still just let him up since we have him on the spot?
Yeah, you can come on.
Appeal to authority.
Shut up.
I mean, at this point, we're just waiting for a flat earth.
Dude, I hate the appeal to authority, especially when we're talking in situations like this, because
It's like it's not even me. It's just accepted science.
expertise fucking exists. We're gonna accept what the fucking person who knows physics is talking about. We're gonna accept that that's true. We're gonna.
You guys
accept
remember the
it.
lady that was like, "You guys are mathematicians"?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, fucking. I
Native.
hate her.
I'm like, so am I a chem myth?
Nuclear energy is good. You guys are going to debate it?
In the future, I had to mute you real quick. There was some like weird background noise.
Sorry about that. I apologize for the background.
Oh no, you're completely good.
I'm installing my water
Gene
heater.
Techman, look at South Africa. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, I mean, look at Elon Musk.
Yeah, yeah. Look at Elon. Yeah.
Is he just being racist in the comments?
He's saying so pale. At least northern Morocco.
Well, those are like Middle Eastern. Middle Eastern is still considered
Yeah,
that category.
they are Middle Eastern, but it is Caucasian.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, that would be the original Caucasian, quote unquote.
Yeah, it's
you
comes from
really were to
Caucasus
think
Mountains,
that.
which is in what, southern Russia? It's like north of the Middle East, southern Russia.
It's more like the Latvia, Lithuania location.
No, I thought no. That's like Baltics.
Yeah, that's
I think
where.
is that really the Caucasian Mountains? I swear they were like north of the Middle East.
So the Caucasian is an actual like region, but the white paleness that we have comes from like.
Oh, I'm thinking of the Caucasus Mountains. Never mind.
Yeah, no, you're fine. But I mean, if we were to really bring it down, just think of Europe when you think of Caucasians.
Yep.
So, because yeah, But like most of them come from that region, or if we're thinking about like Turkish people, they come from Turkey. So yeah. I mean, because that's like, yeah, I'm thinking about
facts from the anthropologist, guys.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Turkish people are from Turkey. Thank you, anthropologists, for your expertise.
No problem. Anytime I'm needed, you know.
Today I learned.
Today I'm dead. Oh fuck.
Jeez, he's still pushing shit in the comments. Anyway, any flat earthers, there's still an open spot for you, or really any denial, evolution, nuclear, climate. We're open to any talk.
I dare you.
I'm against nuclear. I'll talk to you guys about that.
Oh no.
Oh wait, you actually are for real? Or are you playing devil's advocate?
Highly against nuclear.
Why?
Okay, well we'll take this one.
For what? For what specifically? Let's break that down.
Against nuclear energy. I think nuclear medicine is amazing, but there's no future of nuclear energy.
Okay. Why?
It's too expensive. It's proliferation risk. The waste problem is an enormous one, and just not really needed anymore.
Nuclear engineer, or we want to talk about it, or environmentalist?
So we can break this down. So yes, the waste is a problem. We actually recycle about 90%, but I will take your expensive portion. There's true it's a large capital cost, but in general, they still produce a lower megawatt hour per energy than other energies. By kilowatt hour G, maybe not, but when you consider, for example, coal or natural gas, you can consider the mining process, the transportation, the labor intensiveness. When it comes back to the fact that nuclear energy is a self-contained unit and it's just them and just paying for there, sometimes that cost of nuclear goes beyond some of those non-renewables. However, the best solution is still always going to be wind and solar. It's just nuclear energy is better to scale.
Wind and solar are currently priced at about $38 per megawatt hour per the U.S. Department of Energy levelized cost of energy. That includes all the costs. Nuclear is currently priced at $180 per megawatt hour.
I believe it's closer to 20 to 30 per megawatt hour.
For nuclear?
For nuclear.
No, absolutely not. It's $180 per megawatt hour levelized cost. Now, you have to be careful. You have to use LCOE when you look at cost. Because if you just look at the sticker cost, you're not getting all of the costs. You're not getting the subsidies. You're not getting everything else. You also might be getting, for instance, just baseload cost or just peak load cost. There are certain kinds of nuclear that the baseload cost is negative indexed. They have to pay the grid operators to get that power into their feed lines.
Right, but the main advantage of nuclear is not that we would go completely nuclear. It's still that wind and solar should be our main power. But the thing about wind and solar is they're a bit temperamental. So the best solution in environmental science, it's agreed that the best solution for humanity right now in terms of energy is to have wind and solar as we push towards it, and we try to get more wind and solar, but have nuclear energy as the baseline. Because nuclear energy, A, does not require batteries, so we don't need a lot of silicon mining, we don't need to store the energy, and B, when wind and solar go down due to storms, due to weather, we still have the baseline of nuclear energy to supply energy when we're not getting energy from solar and wind.
So when you say baseline, I think you mean base load. So base load, we store very little energy in batteries. Most of the energy on the grid that's stored on the order of gigawatts is stored with pump power and compressed air energy. So batteries aren't too much of an issue. Power, wind does contribute to baseload power, but geothermal contributes to baseload power. And of course, we have natural gas, which is about $50 per megawatt hour right now. Now it produces carbon. That's true. Okay, but I mean, we're going to have to weigh this idea of we're moving toward a net zero carbon free future. We're going to have to figure out how natural gas fits in with that, because currently it's the largest single grid provider of power. And renewables provide more power than nuclear right now. They're about 20%. Nuclear falls every year. It's currently down about 17.8%.
Yeah, we've been losing a lot of our nuclear reactors recently. For example, Germany's been shutting down. The U.S. been shutting down a lot of their nuclear reactors. It's a shame because now you're seeing people like Donald Trump saying, drill, baby, drill. And again, yes, nuclear can be more expensive, but in terms of environmental, we have to consider the environmental cost, the cost for carbon. There's something called the social cost of carbon. And it is incredible when you actually begin to compare the damage we're doing by using cheaper coal or even some cases natural gas versus using nuclear, which can be more expensive in the amount of money we're actually spending, but would be cheaper in the amount that we'd be saving by comparing the damage that all that release of carbon, that all the release of fracking that comes from natural energy would cause. Sorry, natural gas.
Carbon is an absolutely major problem. You're 100% right. But at 180 per megawatt hour, you have to weigh that cost from your $50 per megawatt hour for natural gas, sometimes even less. So what other carbon can you cut? So for
I
that
guess
$120 per megawatt hour, you can cut more carbon from other sources of industry and production than you could by switching from natural gas to nuclear.
I'm still not seeing your 100. I just checked real quick, and in 2022, the declared nuclear cost of energy in the United States was $30.92 per megawatt hour. It has decreased since 2012 when it used to be 51. So we're making advancements in our nuclear technology. It's getting cheaper. The unfortunate problem is that we're not focusing more on nuclear, where we can decrease the energy cost of nuclear.
You're looking at baseload pricing. Look up DOE levelized cost of energy, or LCOE, and there'll be a little chart. The most recent one, they update it every year, and there'll be a graph, and you can see the different costs of energy on there. So when you just look at baseload, that's not really a fair pricing.
The DOE estimates the levelized cost of energy for nuclear power is around $33 per megawatt hour.
No, it's like 180. I don't know what you're seeing. Hold on.
I guess my response to this would be, what about things like thorium, which are much easier to mine and much more plentiful than uranium?
Yeah, so nuclear power actually varies between uranium, plutonium, and thorium. So they're all getting different, and we've pushed away from the uranium. Uranium is more of our old, cruder tech for nuclear energy. Yeah. So again, it's been getting cheaper. It used to be more expensive, but it's come down.
Yeah, because
it's
uranium
nowhere near 100. I don't think in the modern 2025 it's anywhere near 100.
Yeah, uranium you have to enrich and do a bunch of things to, but that's not...
In the future, I'm having a very hard time hearing you. Is anyone else, or is it just me?
Yeah, I am.
I think he's having feedback from his mic on his phone.
Yeah, it's my waterproof cover on my phone. Thorium nuclear power doesn't currently exist. You can get the answer on 32. Did that come off of AI? Because if you actually look up the Department of Energy chart, it's not that. AI doesn't interpret it right. You can't look at the AI. You need to load up the Department of Energy's actual data.
I'm looking at some from the NEA, the Nuclear Energy Agency.
That's what I'm on to, Nuclear Energy Agency.
What I'm seeing for the U.S. levelized cost is $71.
Okay, so we're getting closer. But now if you actually... Hold on, let's look.
And for the record, I don't think I'm quite in the same position as in the future, but I do lean towards nuclear does have its issues.
Just like every energy source.
I mean, every energy source, but it's a far better solution than using coal or natural gas.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'll give that it's better than coal, but I don't think we should be pushing towards leaning into it.
What about fusion?
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
Fusion is on the way. I've heard that China and some other countries have made some developments towards fusion, but we're still like 20 years off in fusion. Now, however, once fusion is developed, I genuinely think that it could very much be the future.
Oh yeah,
fusion would create so much more energy than fission.
Yeah.
Well, fusion still creates nuclear waste. It's still a proliferation problem. You mean it doesn't really solve it. You still need nuclear fission to be able to release the deuterium and
the amount of waste that we get from nuclear is so minuscule compared to the amount of waste that we're seeing from natural gas and coal.
Yeah, plus
we're seeing barrels. We're able to store basically all the nuclear waste in like underground silos in the same places. It really does not take that much space, and plus they're controllable waste. For example, waste from like coal mining goes everywhere. It completely pollutes the environment. However, waste from nuclear energy is controlled. We can put them in the barrels. We can shove them underground. In the future, we might actually have a solution to reuse. We already reuse about 90% of our nuclear waste.
A lot of it, and we a lot of more uses.
I don't know why people use coal. Second of all, nuclear reprocessing is not allowed in the United States because of proliferation. We can't risk chopping up these fuel rods to repurpose them for new energy because it's a proliferation risk, and then we can't abide by our non-proliferation treaty guidelines. Nuclear energy pollutes differently than coal and natural gas and all the others. Natural gas makes pollution in the air, but nuclear energy creates waste that goes in the ground that's going to be a problem for future generations. I think that's something we need to consider. Are we willing to? It's one thing to pollute our current generation, but it's something else to leave waste for future generations. I mean, is that responsible?
But again, as we go back to the topic, it's controllable versus uncontrollable waste. When we just release waste into the atmosphere and the environment, that's much, much, much harder to clean up than if we're just storing them in one place. That's one solution, one area, one controllable factor of waste versus the release of carbon into the atmosphere, the damage on the environment from fracking, which is just a complete mess for the environment in every factor. We're destroying habitats. We're contributing to greenhouse gas.
Fracking isn't the problem. It's deep well injection that's the problem. Deep well injection is what contaminates water tables and things. Fracking is usually accompanied with deep well injection, but that's the reason we got rid of coal mining, because of that pollution. That's the reason why eventually, hopefully soon, we're going to get rid of natural gas. The reason we're moving toward renewable energy is because these forms of energy, like natural gas, coal, and nuclear, lead to the kind of waste we can't control. And we can't possibly safely store nuclear waste for generations at a time without worrying about that containment failing. I'm replacing a water heater that's 10 years old because it rusted out. How long are these containers that are holding high-level nuclear waste going to last? Is this going to be a problem 300 years
They'll
from now?
last thousands and thousands of years.
Yeah, they will last thousands of years.
Yeah, we're slated to.
Is that enough? And also, most nuclear waste is not stored like that. We have unstored nuclear waste in 1975.
The other thing with nuclear waste is that they're radioactive, so they're going to decay. They might have very long half-lives, but eventually they do start to fizzle out. If we're talking about future generations, we're going to see the amount of nuclear waste left depose over time as it loses.
What source says that these storage containers are able to last thousands of years?
No, at the top of my head, I couldn't give you an exact source, but I remember reading this and learning about this in class.
I mean, I would say most metal, as long as it's not reacted upon by an environment, would last.
They're in controlled bunkers. They're in they're in a controlled environment. They're not just being left out in the environment.
Because they're stored underground, so they maintain the same temperature year round.
They're also sealed off, so they're not.
Yeah. There's almost no moisture.
Radioactive.
There's us on the YouTube real quick.
You, as you approach each other, are doing independently
For
60.
sure.
Your impact to each other is 120. However, if there was somebody that had calculated the exact center point to stand, the impact on that person would be 60 from either side, not the accumulative 120.
Right.
That is the impact force
Well,
the other two would
Darth, I
would
understand.
feel.
Yep.
I
I
understand
know,
that
but that's what Fuzzy was trying to get him to
I
dog
know,
walk
but-
into.
He wouldn't understand it.
But, but Darth,
He wouldn't
the
get
thing-
there.
What you need to do when you're dealing with this sort of issue is to try and get them to explain to you what their expectation is.
They don't. He was just going on
didn't have
feelings.
any.
That's all he had was feelings.
But
That's
the thing
all
is,
he
you
was
need to
going
ask,
off of.
you need
Yeah.
to ask him that.
But I
You need
did.
to go,
He
okay.
wasn't going there. He wasn't going there.
Paleo, hang on. He's
But
not
you
a flat
never,
earther.
You never do. That's
Yep.
the thing.
No,
You do need to give him the benefit of the doubt of
No. Paleo, I don't
of
know if you were here
saying-
for the whole conversation. This was a long conversation already. I
Oh,
knew
yeah.
he was not going there. That's why I ended the conversation. We literally talked in circles.
Yeah,
We
I know. But
started
I
the
was
conversation
there.
with
I was seeing.
okay.
I was seeing the circles, but you kept saying motion is relative. He kept saying it wasn't.
Yep.
And the way to break that circle is go, okay, if motion isn't relative.
All he was going to do was bring his feelings. That's it. He wasn't going any deeper. right?
But
I
that's
knew
an
that.
assumption on your part,
No,
Fuzzy.
that was knowledge
That is an
based on
assumption.
the rest of the
Paleo.
conversation.
Did you
I
look at his
understand what you're
page?
saying. I do understand what you're saying, but that was knowledge based on the conversation already, right? It was
Did
established.
you look
He
at his
wasn't
page,
going there.
Paleo?
Sure. I did not look at his page.
I did. His entire platform is a printing thing about him sticking it to the man and having the attitude exactly like he last said to Fuzzy, you can't tell me nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's his entire platform. He is out here
Exactly. Yep.
trolling and looking for followers to push his I don't give a fuck
And
label,
and
and that's
he
it.
served my purpose tonight because he demonstrated to however many viewers have been in here how insane his view is. That hey, we don't have to measure things. We can just be incredulous about the size of the Earth. We don't have to measure it. My senses are good enough. And
Yep, exactly.
that is a stupid argument. That is a stupid argument.
Sure.
And he demonstrated it. That served my
I'm
purpose.
just saying when you're
Yep.
when you're getting talked into a circle,
Hmm.
as the bigger man, you should find a way to approach from a new direction
I
rather than
I did.
perpetuate it.
I did. I tried changing topics.
No, no,
I
no, no,
did.
no, no, no.
You don't need to. So
Without changing topics.
yeah,
So
no,
this,
I get it, right? I do get it. I get what you're saying. Thank you for the advice. I get what you're saying, and I could have done it differently, but I'm happy with the way the conversation went.
sure.
I am. It wasn't going any deeper than that. Roman Catholic. So we don't need to measure anything. We just look at it. So you build the house. Oh, Roman Catholic wants to come up. This ought to be fun.
You have an
So
interesting definition of fun,
use
my friend.
you don't use a tape measure to build a house, Roman Catholic. You just prop the 2x4s up, and you're all good.
Do you have any peer-reviewed measurements for Earth
Peer-reviewed measurements for Earth? Sure, there are.
from north to south?
Sure, sure.
Okay, where are they?
The entire latitude system is peer-reviewed, accepted science, and that's 69 degrees per mile. Sorry, 69 miles per degree. That is all established, peer-reviewed science.
So no one actually went out there.
69.1 No, they did. They have done that. It's been
Who went
done.
north to
It's
south?
well established. That is north to south. That is
I
north to
genuinely do
south.
not. I don't know anyone that went
69 miles per degree. That's established
I don't
science.
know. I don't know anyone who peer-reviewed how high is the sun, how far is the moon.
Oh no, they have the sun distance was verified in multiple different ways, including radar bounce.
Who's the person that went out and verified this though?
Radar bounce, the speed of light, tells us how
So they
far.
do it like somebody does it and then another
Radar
person does
does
it.
radar
and
work
another
on
person
Earth to
does
tell you
it?
how far a ship is?
The speed of light changes.
Does radar work on Earth to tell you how far a ship is?
The speed of light
Does radar
changes?
work on Earth
Yeah,
to tell you how far a ship is?
all of these things work
Does it?
on Earth
Okay,
only though.
great. So radio
Only
waves
Earth.
travel, and we can measure them when they get back if they're bouncing off of something,
No, the
and
atmosphere.
we can time how long it takes, right?
Does the atmosphere change the speed of light?
No, not really, not appreciably.
You can't just
Speed
say
of light
not
is the
really.
speed of light.
Does it change it or
Especially not
not?
straight up, especially not perpendicular to Earth.
So no one ever went out there and actually tested any of these.
No, actually, we do have a solar probe out there now. We know how long it traveled. We know the speeds it traveled. We do know. Yes. There's a solar probe
Who sent
out
that
there
out
today.
there?
The United States.
NASA.
Yes.
Okay, so unless we don't, do we have to get into NASA? Because I have multiple documents I
We,
can bring up.
I don't have a
Falsified.
problem getting into NASA.
Every document that you've brought up ever has always ended up debunking you. You cherry pick the first 5 words out of it, and 3 sentences down completely destroys your point. We've been through this exercise with you
Always.
before,
But
Roman.
like for
Always.
building a house, when you can measure that, when you build a house, you have your measurements, and then you actually can test that.
Yes.
How can we test any of the measurements that you gave us?
Science tests it all the time. In fact, we are consistently understanding how far the sun is because they're
This is an appeal
consistently
to
measuring it.
authority. No one here has ever done it. That's just appeal to authority. I just want peer-reviewed, actual, verifiable, tested measurements of Earth or the distance to the sun or the moon.
They are.
Otherwise,
That's how they become established science. They get peer reviewed and they get
it's not
accepted.
established.
That's how they get to be established
Yes,
science.
that's
That's how we
exactly how
got it.
things are
For example,
established.
that's how we got our latitude system here on Earth. It's 69.17 miles per degree. That's how we got it. We tested over and over again. We refined, and we said, yeah, this is how the latitude system works. It's 69.17 miles per degree, or 60 nautical miles per degree.
You just get that from measuring the distance of Polaris, though. The
No,
degrees.
actually, we don't. We don't.
Yes, you get
No,
the northern latitude off the
no,
distance of Polaris.
no. That's one way to do it, but that's not the only way to do it, and it's honestly not the way it was established.
So if you guys have never verified these measurements, then why don't you just take the flat Earth position where we say that none of this stuff is verifiable or testable, and it's all just
I,
imagination?
I. So go
That's
out and
just a
falsify it. Go out and falsify one of them.
you can't I can't falsify your imagination.
Go
If
falsify.
you
No, that's
if
exactly
you
the way
tell me there's
science
a
works.
ghost,
Someone makes
if
a
you tell me there's a
hypothesis,
ghost,
and then others
no.
say, "Okay, let's go falsify it.
If you tell
See
me
if we
there's a
can
ghost,
falsify it."
if you
So
tell
that's
me
the
you
way
see a
science
ghost, I
works.
can't falsify that.
If I tell you what,
If you tell me that you saw a ghost, I can't falsify that. That's like the distance to the sun.
that that
I
that's
can't falsify that because
that
it's in
is
your
not the
head.
same thing. That is a very poor analogy. Extremely poor.
That's a one-to-one
The
perfect
way no,
analogy.
the way science works is you say, "Hey, I've got a hypothesis. The hypothesis is that there are 69.17 miles for every degree of latitude." And then you can say, "Okay, let's go drive a 70-mile highway that's north and south and see if our latitude changes by 1 degree." Wow, look at that. It does.
Well, the whole
Amazing.
point, the whole point I came up
Amazing.
here,
It actually works.
the whole point I came up here is because you have a double standard and happening right now,
Do
where
I?
you're asking us questions that you don't have an answer to either.
Yeah, I do. I know how far away the sun is. I know how far away the moon is. I know how the 24-hour sun works in Antarctica based on the tilt of the Earth. I know there is no physical evidence of a firmament, so I don't have to answer how high the firmament is. I know what causes things to fall down, and I know exactly why we can't see Polaris from Australia. I know all of the answers to those.
Yeah, those measurements have never been
I,
tested.
I know all of the answers to those.
You know what
I
they
do.
gave
I
you.
know all of the answers to those.
Okay, you're just reading off a script
I
right now.
I know all of the answers to those. How come
If I
flat
t-
Earth can't give me
Roman, what
answers to
happens
any
when
of
you
those?
multiply two negative numbers together?
we're not getting into that because I don't think none of you guys know these correct measurements.
No,
I
we're not going to get into that because you
You
don't
guys
know
don't
the
know these
answer. And the last
measurements.
time we went
we
down that
do.
road, we proved you can't do math for shit.
Like if I said the sun was 10 million miles away, you guys would not be able to you guys would not be
And
able to
just because
verify
you
that
Yes,
can't
we
do the
can.
or
fucking
falsify
math to
that.
prove it doesn't mean other people
Yes, we can.
can't,
Would
dumbass.
would you like a simple way to measure the distance to the sun that you could yourself do?
No, we
No,
can't.
no, you don't. Okay.
I
Great,
know. Well,
great,
no one could do
honest,
that.
awesome, awesome. You don't want to know the truth. Thank you for admitting you're not a truth seeker. I appreciate
I
that.
am a truth seeker,
I
but the truth
appreciate
is, no
you
one can go
admitting that
there.
you're not a truth seeker. Thank you very much, Roman. I appreciate your participation tonight. That was awesome. I like getting you to admit that you're not actually a truth seeker. Thank you. That was awesome. I truly appreciate it.
I just can't believe the audacity of somebody that actually can't multiply negative numbers together to come up here and start talking about math and questioning fucking measurements. Like, what the fuck?
Hey,
Oh, here we.
Fuzzy. One thing I do love about your setup that you have here is you are really quick on your pictures and backup and all that. You're
Um,
very responsive, buddy.
oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Sea level.
How
Sea
high
level.
is the sun? How high
How
is the
high? How
sun?
far away from? Yeah, how high is it on your flat Earth?
Who knows?
As
So you
high
have
as your customers,
why
probably,
can't you
drug
know?
dealer?
Why can't you know?
It's apparent. You can't measure that. It's apparent in the sky.
Everything
You don't know what place
everything
it
you
is.
ever see is apparent.
Yeah,
Everything you ever
it's a
see.
light in the sky. Is it
Everything you
not?
ever see. Your cell phone right now is apparent to you.
No,
If
I'm
you're seeing
physically
it.
holding it.
No, but
Yeah, I
you're
don't
seeing the
deal
way you
with
see it.
useless
It's
drug
No,
apparent.
dealers.
no, Fuzzy, no,
Yeah,
no. I'm holding my
everything
phone.
you ever see is
Homophobic piece of
apparent. That's
shit.
the definition of
Well,
apparent.
hold up, wait a minute, dude. Hold up. Why you calling me names, man?
That's
I
the
like girls who
definition
like
of
girls. How am I
apparent.
homophobic? So stop talking what you don't know, man. You're
That's the
assuming on a bunch
definition
of
of
shit.
okay. He's not here anymore. Don't interact with him then.
All right,
That's the
then. Good.
definition of apparent is that you see it. That's the definition of apparent.
No, no, it's not really
It
where
is.
you think it is. That's apparent.
That's not the definition of apparent.
That's
Apparent means
exactly what it
appearing.
means,
It means
Fuzzy.
appearing in your
It means
sight.
apparent.
It means
It's
appearing in
not
your
really where
sight.
you. No, that means it's not really where you think it is. Oh, you got to Google that to know that. That's fucked up. But
Clearly
anyway,
visible
and
or
how far is the
understood.
moon?
Clearly visible or understood. That's the definition
It's
of
not there, right?
apparent. No,
But it's not that.
that's
Read another
that's
definition because that's the only one, I
that's
guess. Go
that's
to definition
clearly
two, three, four.
visible or understood. Obvious.
You can
Clearly
see it,
visible
yeah,
or
but you don't know
understood.
where it
And
is, Fuzz.
everything you see is apparent. Everything you see.
That's what I said. It's
Everything you
not where
see.
you.
Yes.
It's not
Does
where you
that
see it. It's
does that
not where you think it is.
what does that mean? I love when they
I
say
just
it's
told you.
apparent thinking they've got a mic drop
Just like
moment.
when you. Hold up, I'm gonna drop down and come right back. Wait a minute.
Okay.
You don't understand what apparent is? That's weird,
Apparent
Fuzzy.
means clearly visible or understood.
Clearly visible or understood.
Yes.
Think about what you're saying.
That's what it
All
means.
right, so
It doesn't mean that it's not
the
actually there.
horizon. So that's what I'm
Hmm.
saying, Fuzzy. The
Hmm.
sun is not where you think it is. You
Doesn't
see
mean
it
we
in the
can't
sky,
measure.
but you cannot
Is the
pinpoint
top
the
of the tree
position.
where it is? Is the top of the tree where you think it is?
You can actually go and touch the tree, Fuzzy.
So is the top of Mount Everest where you think it is?
It appears
Do you know we
and
measured the
apparent
top
are
of Mount
different.
Everest before we ever went up there?
Say what?
Do you know that we measured the height of Mount Everest before we ever scaled it?
I don't know. I don't know how they did that.
They did. They did.
I don't know how they did it.
By using
That ain't got
geometry.
nothing to do with
By
apparent.
using
That has
geometry.
nothing to do with
Now,
apparent.
why wasn't the top of the Mount Everest apparent?
I don't understand the question. It's
Why
like a double
wasn't the
negative.
top of
Why
Mount
wasn't it
Everest
apparent?
apparent?
It's
Yes.
apparently you can see it, but you don't know the exact position.
Okay,
You don't know
but
exactly
they
how high
measured
it
the height
is.
of it.
You don't know
They
how
measured
far
the
it
height of
is.
it. They measured the
Yeah,
height of Mount
eventually.
Everest before they ever went up
Eventually.
there. No, before they ever went up there,
They
they knew how
guessed.
high it
They
was.
guessed.
No.
They
Well, then
guessed.
they were pretty darn good at guessing. Either that or math actually works.
We're talking about apparent, man. You cannot do that with the sun. I'm
Why
sorry.
not? We can do it with a mountain. We
If
can
you
do it
could
with a
do that,
tree. We can
no,
do it with
because the
anything.
sun is not a physical object.
The sun is not a physical object. Okay.
Sounds like a
So
No,
claim. Do you
can
have
you
a way
give
to
me
it's
back that
not. It's
up?
a
sea
light.
level?
It's a
Sea
light in
level.
the sky.
Okay,
Yeah.
sea level. I've heard you claim before, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, so I'm going to ask you a question. Um, do you believe that all of science and claims such as that have to be reproducible on a small scale as well as a large scale?
Do I believe all science what need to be
Has to be
repeatable and
reproducible in a
testable?
repeatable and testable.
Yeah.
Okay, can you show me one other non-physical light source?
All the lights you see in the sky.
No, on Earth here. Test. That's your claim. That's your claim. Can you show me besides the sun and these celestial light sources? Can you show me one other non-physical light source?
A non-physical light source.
Yeah.
Now on Earth,
Yeah, like a light bulb, but not physical. Like I
that's
can
physical.
plug.
You can touch a light
Yeah,
bulb.
right. So But you're saying the sun is not physical, yet it gives off light. So show me one
Yeah,
other thing. What can I
yeah.
plug into my light socket that isn't physical, but it can light up my
This
living room?
ain't the
What
sun is not
what?
like something that's on Earth, Fuzzy. What are you saying? This is
Oh,
like
so that
two
science
different
doesn't
fucking
is
things.
not reproducible? It's not testable?
What, the sun?
Yeah, it's not testable.
No, you can't test the sun.
Oh,
They
so
told you
so so
it
your
was.
claims about the
Let me
sun
ask
are
you.
not
Since you going
testable.
there,
So they're not
since you going there, you
falsifiable.
trying to run this
So they're
gamut.
not falsifiable.
You can't falsify. You can't prove
So they're
it.
not so they're not
You.
actually
So how many?
science.
So
So it's
let me
not
ask you. Since
science.
you
Your
going
beliefs
there,
about the
hold
sun are
on.
not science.
Because Fuzzy,
Your
how many
your
different?
your beliefs
How
about the
many
sun are not
different?
science, right?
My beliefs about the sun are not science.
Okay, excellent. Thank you for at least
Is
agreeing
that
to
what you
that.
said? That's what I'm
Yeah.
asking. I'm
Yes.
repeating what you said.
Yes. Yes. Your beliefs about the sun are not science.
No, it's not science.
Okay. Great.
It's not
Awesome.
testable.
Awesome. Awesome.
Can't test it. You can't
Thanks.
repeat it. You can't teach it.
Thanks for admitting that
So
at least.
yours is not science
Thanks for.
either, right?
Yeah. No, it is actually.
Yours is how?
It is because
Well, let me
because
ask you a
we
question
we
first,
can
though.
see the
So, what was
kind
the
of
first
light.
estimated? What's the first estimated distance to the sun, Buzz?
Oh, there have been many over the
What was the first one?
millennia.
What was the
Uh,
first?
I don't know. I haven't looked at that list
Was
in
it
a
93
while.
million miles away?
No, it was not. It was not.
How many chances have they tried to estimate the distance? How many times?
There've been about 20. There've been about 20 logged distances
So,
to the
so
sun
don't you
that have been
think
accepted.
if it was actually physical, they would know that,
They do. They
and they
do.
wouldn't have took 20 times?
No, no. Why do you think that measurements wouldn't get better over time with better
Why did it take
instruments?
20 times to, and they still don't know the distance?
Oh no, it didn't take
Because it's
20 to
apparent,
get
Fuzzy.
close. It didn't take
It's
20 to get
apparent, Fuzzy.
close. It didn't get 20
They've been
take
making
20 to get
guesses,
close.
Fuzzy.
No, they haven't.
What? Wait a minute.
We've
Wait a
been
minute. You said
getting
it took
better and
20
better
chances to get close.
instrumentation.
That
No, no,
make
I didn't
that
say
made
it
no
took 20
sense.
to get close. I said it took 20 to get to where we are today.
You did say close, don't
No,
you?
no,
Anyway,
I didn't say it took 20 to get
my
close. I
point
said it
is,
took 20
my
to
point
get to where
is,
we are today. We were close a
okay,
long
same
time
thing.
ago.
They still not right.
We were close along. Well, what's your definition of having a correct measurement? Like 100%
What's
accurate to
my
the millimeter?
definition?
Yeah, what's
Is
your
not
definition?
physical is the point,
No,
Fuzzy.
what's
The
what's your
point.
definition of having a correct measurement, quote unquote?
If it was physical, they would know
What's your
exactly what it
definition?
was.
What do you mean
I
exactly?
don't have a definition. What
What
do
do
you
you mean
mean? What's my
exactly? What's
definition?
your definition
That's
of a
stupid.
correct measurement?
Knowing exactly where it is,
Okay, so you don't have any exact measurements in your life ever.
and you don't either.
Okay, so why do you expect that the sun should have an exact measurement?
If it was physical and not apparent, they would have one.
Okay, so do you know exactly how far your TV is from you right now?
Yes, because it's physical.
Do you know exactly how far it is?
We going in circles, Fuzzy.
No, no, I'm asking you, do you know exactly how far it is from you right now?
Yeah,
No, you don't.
I do.
Well,
You can
how many
estimate.
inches? How many inches is it?
Why? What's the point of
How many
this?
inches is it? Because your expectation of measurements is exactly
I can
part
touch
of
my damn
science
TV,
denial.
Fuzzy.
Your
Fuzzy, this is
expectation
different.
of measurements
My,
is
I'm
exactly
using the
part of
science denial.
science denial. That you are
You in
exactly part of
science
science
denial.
denial.
I'm not
You
in. No,
expect
no, you in science denial.
perfection. No, you expect
No,
perfection out of science.
yeah. When you
Perfection
got the
doesn't
resources,
exist.
yes, I
No,
expect that. When you got the
perfection doesn't
resources, I expect
exist.
that.
No one ever claims
What?
perfection. No one ever
What?
claims
Perfection
perfection.
doesn't exist.
All the
So
measurements
it's not a
given.
solid object, Fuzzy. Don't try to talk
No,
at the same time. It's not
no,
solid then.
it is
If it was
solid.
solid, they would know.
It
They
is
would
made of
know.
matter. It is made of matter.
You don't know. You don't know what it's made out of. You didn't test it. You just going on what they told you. You don't know what it's made out of. You don't know how far it is. All you know is it's a light in the sky. Be honest with yourself. Stop lying to yourself.
No, we know how far it is
No, you don't,
because we
Fuzzy.
have
That's
bounced
why I took
radar
so many
off of
chances.
it. We have bounced
Oh, you
radar off of
can't.
it.
You're not bouncing no radar off the sun, Fuzzy. That's impossible.
Why is it impossible?
Oh my goodness,
Why is it
Fuzzy.
impossible? Do tell me.
You radar
That's a
at the
positive
sun.
claim. That's a positive
You
claim.
cannot
Why is it
because of
impossible?
what the sun, because of the radiation
Why is it
and
impossible?
what the sun is putting out.
That it's not
You
impossible.
cannot. You cannot
You
shoot
can.
radar at the sun.
You can.
Let's pull your document up.
Sure. Sure.
They shot a radar at the sun to see how far it was away. That's stupid, Fuzzy. I thought they were sending probes at the sun.
They have.
Now you're gonna turn around and tell me that they
There
sent a
are
radar.
multiple ways to measure the
Oh my
distance to the
goodness.
sun.
No, Fuzzy. It doesn't work like that.
Radar can be used to
it's
determine
a
the
parent
distance
position.
from the Earth to the Moon or a planet. The relative distances, yes. Light measurement, okay. Can't determine
Not the
proper
sun,
distances. Yes.
Not the sun.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So how far is it?
It is approximately 93 million miles.
No, sir.
Yes, it is.
That's a guess, Fuzzy.
No,
So when did they shoot
it's an
radar off of it
approximation.
and show that? So they got that estimation by radar.
Let's see.
Did
No,
did they use
that
radar?
can be done
Fuzzy?
in many ways. That can be done in many
Did
ways.
they use radar? You typed
That
your
is one
ass
way.
off trying to
That
figure
is
this out.
one way
This
that
you
they
should know.
did. Yes,
No,
that
they
is
didn't.
one way
No,
that they
didn't,
did. Yes.
When, Fuzzy?
Let's see. I had it up
What
the
year
other
was
day,
this?
so I should have
What year was
some
this?
history.
They did not shoot radar. Oh, so we had instruments good enough to shoot radar at the sun. When was this? When was this, Fuzzy? Stop
Here
lying
we
to yourself, man. You always go through all this to lie to people.
Sea level.
This is ridiculous.
Sea level. So here's the history of the measurements, the estimates of the solar distance. Right. We started off really bad at that. Right.
Why did they get it so wrong?
Because we didn't have good measurements back then. We didn't have good ways to
Why
measure.
not?
Because we didn't
That was measuring the
understand
Earth,
math.
right?
Because we didn't understand math as well as we do today.
Who didn't understand math?
The people doing this, Aristarchus, didn't
Stop
understand
it.
the
They
math that
created
we
it.
have.
They
Yes,
created
and
the
they didn't
math,
have
right?
the understanding that we do today.
Stop it. Now you're saying they were dumb and you're smart.
No, I'm not saying they were dumb and we're smart. I'm saying I'm standing
Yes,
on
you
the
did just
knowledge.
say that.
I'm standing on the column of knowledge that we've acquired over millennia.
Oh my God. Fuzzy,
It doesn't
you've been
mean I'm
tricked, man. You
smarter
ain't
than
been ready.
them.
You just said it. They didn't understand what they were doing.
Yes,
They couldn't get the
not
numbers right.
not understanding is different than being smart.
What makes you think they didn't understand? Maybe they was right and we are wrong right now.
No. Modern,
Yes.
no. So
Yeah.
these are the history of the distances. So if you can see,
We know what
since
they
the
wrote down. I got.
1600s,
Let me
since the
pull mine up too.
1600s, we've been quite close to the distance to the sun in the same
Why
ballpark.
come they couldn't
Very
be? Why
small
come they
error
couldn't
rate.
be accurate?
Again,
Why couldn't they couldn't be
so
accurate?
what is the definition of an accurate measurement? Tell me.
You don't know what accurate is?
What is your definition of an accurate measurement?
It ain't my definition.
What
It's
is
the
your
definition of accurate.
what is your
What is
definition of an
accurate,
accurate?
Fuzzy?
Yes.
This ain't.
Okay.
It's not my definition.
What is your definition
What
of
is
an
accurate?
accurate? What is accurate? Go
Don't
ahead,
you
tell
know
me.
what? Exact. I put
Exact.
it in layman's terms.
Okay.
I put it in layman's terms.
So then you have never seen an accurate measurement in your life.
Yeah, but not the sun.
You've
You
never
can't.
seen
It's
a single
apparent.
accurate measurement
What
in
are
your
we
life.
talking about?
What have
What are
you
we
ever
talking about?
measured
We talking about the
accurately?
sun, Fuzzy? See, you
What
try
have
to be
you
all
ever?
over the
No,
place. I had to
I'm
stop you,
asking
Fuzzy.
you. What
I
have
had
you
to stop
ever?
you because you try to
Sea
go all
level.
over the place. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about?
Measurements.
Of the sun, right?
No, we're talking about measurements.
No, we talking about the sun, Fuzzy.
We're talking about measurements.
See, that's what I'm saying. You try to go all over the place.
No, we're talking about measurements. So
We're talking about measurement of the sun, Fuzzy.
Give me one
I got to keep you
accurate
on point,
measurement
Fuzzy.
you've ever had.
We're talking about measurements of the sun,
Give me
Fuzzy.
one accurate measurement you've ever seen in your life.
8 inches per mile square.
No,
Can't find it.
I give me one accurate measurement you've ever seen in your life.
What do you mean? Give you a measure? Shit, I didn't measure. What are you
Give me
talking about?
one
I have
accurate
things I can
measurement.
personally measure.
Give
Yeah,
me
it's
one
accurate. Yeah.
accurate measurement
What?
you've ever seen in your life.
That's like a stupid statement to make.
No,
Give
it's
me
not.
one
I'm
measurement
asking you.
that
Give
I've
me
made
one
that's
accurate. No, I'm
What do you
asking
mean?
you for one accurate measurement you've ever seen in your life.
The ones I've done when I've built stuff, when I've made stuff, when I've used a measuring tape to do it, I actually physically done it. I make an accurate measurement.
How do you know it's
What are
accurate?
you talking about?
How do you know it's
Because
accurate?
I did it, man. What are you talking about?
So
What you
you're
talking
the
about?
best.
You
You're
being
the best
silly.
in the world at measuring.
What are you talking about? You all off
You
the point, man. What do you mean?
no
What are you doing?
no.
You all over the place.
So when you measured it, what was the measurement? What was the thing you measured, and what was it
That doesn't
measuring?
matter. We talking
No,
about
it
the
does
sun,
matter.
man.
No,
Stop
it does
it.
matter. No, it does
What are you
matter.
talking about?
You won't even engage in the conversation anymore, Sea Level.
I am engaged.
No, you're
You
not.
asking some non sequitur
No,
shit.
I'm asking you, what was one accurate measurement you've seen in your life?
accurate
Give me
measurement
one.
that I've
Give
seen.
me one.
What do you
Yes.
mean? When I've
Give me.
used the what do you mean? When I've used the
Give
tape
me.
measure,
Give me
dude. What do
an
you mean?
actual accurate measurement you've done in your life. A physical, a real measurement. Vogue, you do what you got to
What
do.
do you mean? Like
I
when I measure the
don't care
wall? What do you
about the
mean?
drama.
What are you
Hold on,
talking
sea
about?
level. Hold on, sea level. Vogue, you do what you got to do. You do you. If you think you need to unfollow me, you go right ahead. Doesn't bother me. You're having an argument with yourself, not with me. So you go do you. I'll do me. Take care. Sea level, give me one accurate measurement, an actual example. If you need to, take out your tape measure and measure something right now and give me the measurement.
I
Give me the
measured a
measurement.
room like a 12 by 12. Yeah.
You measured a room and it was 12 foot by 12.
Yeah.
Was it exactly 12
Yeah.
foot by 12 foot on the dot
Yeah. Yeah.
to the 1 millionth of an inch?
10 by 12 or
To
8
to the
by
one
12.
millionth of
I
an
did them
inch?
all.
Was
Yeah.
was it accurate
Yeah,
to the
I did
one
them.
millionth of an inch?
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
when you
Did someone
measure
else
stuff, you can be
verify it?
accurate, Pussy.
Did someone
You
else
can be
verify it?
accurate.
Did someone else verify
Yeah.
it? And they got the exact
Yes.
same to the millionth of an inch?
Yes.
Was it 12.0000763 or
It was the same. It was
12.0000764?
the
Which
same.
one was it?
What's your point?
Which one was
It
it?
was the
Why
same.
why can't you tell me why can't you tell me the precise measurement? Why are you giving me an estimate? 12 foot.
Where are
Why are
you
you giving
going
me an
with this?
estimate?
What are you
Why are
talking
you
about?
giving me an estimate?
I'm not giving you an estimate.
You
What are
are
you
giving
talking
me an
about? You asked
estimate.
a dumb question, and
Nope.
then I told you when I
Measurements.
measured the room, and now you're talking
Yes.
about some. Was
Yes.
it exactly this and this
Was
and
it
that and other? What are
exactly?
you talking
Yes.
about?
Why
So
was it?
what do you
Why can't you
mean,
tell me exactly how much it measured? Because there are very
Fuzzy?
few
Listen
things in
at
the
you.
world that measure exactly 12 feet. Point zero zero
What
zero
are
zero
you
zero.
talking
Very
about?
few things
When
in the
you
world. So
creating something,
why
you can
can't
measure it to
yes.
your
Okay.
specific.
You can, but then the
Yes.
saw cut's a little off, right?
No.
The
You make
pencil
the
the
cut,
pencil has
Fuzzy.
a pencil width.
No. No.
The
No.
pencil has
No.
a
No.
pencil
No. No.
width.
No. No. No.
The
No.
the the
What are
ruler
you
has a
trying to say?
tolerance.
So
The
what are you
ruler
trying to
has a
say?
tolerance. I'm asking
What are you
you
trying to say, Fuzzy?
I'm asking you what measurement have you ever had in your life that is actually accurate? Give me
Well, you know
one.
what? Check this out.
Give
When
me
I go to
one.
work, I cut pipe right now, right?
You do.
And these pipes I cut, they be 18 inches long.
Okay.
And so I take a whole, slab, and I have to
Okay.
cut them all into 18
Okay.
inches.
Okay.
All right?
And are you
And
sure
they
they're not
all are
eighteen point
exactly,
zero zero
yes,
zero zero one?
nope, 18
Oh, not
inches long.
seventeen point nine nine nine
And I
nine
had to
nine.
program the
You
machine.
sure?
Yep, I had to program the
You sure?
machine.
How do you
Yeah,
verify it? How do you verify that they're
with the
exactly
measuring
18
tape. I let the
inches?
machine cut
Just the
it.
measuring tape?
Listen,
What's the
listen,
tolerance
listen,
of your
listen.
measuring
I'm
tape?
telling you. I'm trying to
What's the
tell you, but you
tolerance of
want to keep
what's the
talking, man.
tolerance of your
Listen
measuring
to
tape?
me. Are you listening?
I'm listening.
I set the machine for
Yes?
18
Okay.
inches. I let the machine cut, and once it cut it, I take the measuring tape and then I
Okay.
measure to make sure it's 18
Okay. And
exactly.
what's
Is
the
that good enough?
what's the tolerance of your machine setting?
What?
What's the tolerance of your machine setting?
What do you mean? I don't know what you mean by the tolerance of my machine.
So you can how fine can you tune it down to the tenth, to the hundredth, to the
I can I
millionth of
can
an
I can
inch?
have it 18. I can have it 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can have it anywhere in there, but I make it 18
Okay,
flat.
so a quarter of an inch is the smallest. Is it half an inch?
No,
Is
matter
it a
of fact, I
tenth of an
cut it at
inch?
18.7 actually.
18.7. Okay, you sure it's not
Yeah.
18.70001?
Nope. I
You
cut it.
sure?
I
You
set the
sure?
machine.
So
I set
what's
the
the
listen,
tolerance of your
listen, listen,
machine?
listen, listen, listen. Let me be
Do you
precise
know what
with you because I have
tolerance
to.
is
Because
on a measurement?
listen,
Do you
listen,
know what
listen,
tolerance is on a
listen, listen.
measurement?
No, what is it?
So you don't know what tolerance is on a measurement.
What is it?
You don't.
No, I said no.
Oh,
What is it?
okay. It's
I
the
ain't need to
range.
repeat it.
It's the range of potential error due to the machine itself. It's the range of
Well,
error.
yeah. See, that's what I was finna explain to you. See,
It's the
that's what I
range of
do.
error.
See, they supposed to be 18, right? So I had to
Mm-hmm.
set it at 18.7, and then I
Uh-huh.
run back with my measuring tape, and it only come out to 18. So that's the tolerance, I guess, the fluctuation, whatnot that you can
So
get in
one
between.
one tool says it's
So what's your point, though?
18.7 and the other
What's your
tool
point?
says it's 18. So how do you know which one
Right.
is real? How do you know which one is right? You had
Because I
one tool,
personally measure with the
but
measuring tape, Fuzzy.
okay,
Why you trying to cut me off?
what's the tolerance of your measuring tape?
What is your point, man?
What's the tolerance of your measuring tape?
Why?
Because everything you do to try to measure something has an error tolerance in it. and you're sitting here expecting us to
I'm
be
taking a physical
exactly
measurement, you
precise. Yes,
Mark. You
yes.
moron. I'm using a physical measurement. I'm doing
Have
it
I
myself
insulted
right
you?
here. I
Have I
can do
insulted
that.
you, sea
When we
level?
talking about the sun,
Have I
Fuzzy,
insulted you?
you all off of the
Have I
sun. Are you forgetting
insulted you?
about the sun?
Have I insulted you?
You listen what you're doing, man.
Have I insulted
You
you?
been I insulted you?
Calling someone a moron? Yes, yes.
Oh, my bad, my
Have
bad. I
I
ain't mean to.
insulted
It
you?
just came out of my vocabulary. My
Yeah,
bad. I take it
yeah,
back.
because that's exactly who you are.
No, it is what it is.
Yeah,
But
that's
anyway,
exactly who you are.
you acting
So
like that though right now, cause you
no,
all off the point. You
no,
all
I'm
away from the
not.
sun,
I'm
Fuzzy.
not.
You
So
are.
so why do you expect when you know that your measuring tape has a tolerance for error, when you know that
No,
your
measurement
machine
tape don't have a
itself,
tolerance
it
forever.
does, it does,
No, it
it
don't.
does.
I can personally do that. We talking about the sun. You cannot do that with the
The
sun, Fuzzy.
measuring tape, your measuring tape, does it have
Can
the
we talk? Can
is
we
it a
measure
tape measure?
the sun
Is it
with
a
the
tape
measuring
measure?
tape, Fuzzy?
Is it a tape measure that, spins out?
Oh my God! Why you being
Is it
so
is it a
disingenuous, dude?
tape measure that spins out of the little case? Yes. And
Yeah,
it's got the little metal clip on the edge.
yeah.
Is that metal clip
I'll play
absolutely
your
fixed
game.
to it,
I'll play your
or
game with you.
does it have a little movement in it? The little
No
clip on
movement.
the end.
I can lock it.
No, the little clip on the end.
No movement.
The little clip on the end.
No movement.
Let me see if I can. I'll show you
It
what I'm
should have
talking
I have
about.
movement.
no movement in mine, Fuzzy.
That's for inside
Hold on.
measurements and outside measurements.
It doesn't
Hold
move
on.
at the tip, Fuzzy.
So
It should.
this here,
But what's
this
your
here.
point, though, dude?
See,
You
you
been
see
really,
that? You
really,
see that
really
moving?
childish.
You see that
That's
moving?
to help you get a more accurate measurement.
You see that moving?
Mine don't move.
That creates error tolerance. You
Mine don't
see,
move, Fuzzy.
you see where this is cut exactly?
Are you hearing me?
This creates error tolerance. You see the
Mine don't
lines, the
move,
way the
Fuzzy.
lines are printed? There's a certain error tolerance. And to be honest, how do you so this
This
is
is just you being real, real, real silly right now.
this is measured in 30 seconds of an inch,
You
right?
be
There's 16ths actually, I think it is, right?
what does got to do with the
16ths.
sun?
So this is measured in
What does got
16ths
to
of
do
an
with the
inch.
sun?
So
What does got to do with the
if
sun?
I needed to be accurate within a 32nd of an inch, how would I do that?
What does got to do with the sun, Fuzzy?
How would I do that? Or if I needed to be
What this
accurate
got
within
to
a
do with the sun,
64th of an
Fuzzy?
inch,
Why you
how
trying to
would I
take
do
me
that?
on somewhere else,
How would I
man?
do
You don't
that?
want to talk about flat Earth. You
How
don't
would I
want to
do
talk
that?
about flat Earth,
No,
Fuzzy.
no, I want
You
to
don't really want to talk about
demonstrate
flat
to
Earth. You
you.
want to talk mumbo
I
jumbo. You want to go somewhere else. You want to play around tonight, don't you? I get it. I
I
get it.
I
I
want to
get it. I'll play with you.
demonstrate
I'll play with you.
how disingenuous you are with your
I'm being
expectation of
disingenuous.
perfect measurements. Yes, you are.
Yeah, perfect measurement. If it was a solid thing, we
Perfect.
could have a perfect measurement,
No, you
Fuzzy.
can't. You
Why
can't.
not? Why not?
Because there's error tolerance in every tool you use to measure. Error tolerance in
There's no
every
tool.
tool you
So
use
what's
to
the
measure.
tool? What's the tool they use to measure the sun again?
Radar is one. You can use triangles.
Which one
You can
did they
use
use that
triangles.
make you believe?
Lots
Which
of
one
them.
did they use?
Lots
Which
of
one
them.
did? Which one did they use to make you believe that the sun is 93 million miles away?
They have used a combination of techniques to hone in on that measurement. And
Pull
I
that
don't
up
know
for me.
the exact
Pull it up. I
measurement.
know you like to pull stuff up. Pull it up for me. Let's play your game. We're gonna
I
play your game.
I did already. I had it on the screen for an hour.
I
These
thought
are the measurements.
Eratosthenes and Galileo and all them did that for you. Newton
Eratosthenes
and all them. I thought they did that for you.
measured the circumference of the Earth. Eratosthenes didn't measure the distance to the sun. He measured the
Ooh, wee.
circumference of the Earth.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yes.
How do you get that accurate? Is it
He
accurate?
got to within 5% actually.
According to who? He the only one.
Uh,
Nobody else ran
he,
behind him and checked.
oh no, lots of people did. Lots of people did.
Who?
Other people in his time, and other people since. Many people since.
Listen, trust me, bro. I got
No,
you.
it's not. It's
It really
established
is.
science. It's
That's what we
settled
have to do. We have
science.
to trust them.
No, it's
No,
settled
Fuzzy.
science. It is. It
It's,
is.
no, science is not settled, Fuzzy.
How many miles are there in a degree of latitude?
Ooh, y'all like to say what? 69?
69.17
No, see,
miles
that's that made up math
per
again.
degree.
That's
Right?
magic. That's math
No,
magic.
it's accurate. It's at what
Yeah,
show
because you know why it's accurate? You know why
yeah,
it's accurate,
why?
Fuzzy?
Why is that?
Because it's made up.
It's not made up.
It's made to
accurate.
match a ball.
It's accurate to our
No,
reality.
yes, because it's
It's
made
accurate.
up to
No,
match a ball.
it's accurate to our
It's
reality.
theory.
That's what you don't understand.
No, no,
So
it's not.
so the ships on the sea that
No, no,
travel
no.
1 degree.
Don't just skip over that.
and then they say we've moved 69.17 miles. They're making that up. They're making that up.
Say it again.
They
I
didn't
didn't catch
actually.
all that.
A ship on the sea that has traveled 1 degree and says, look at that, we're 69 miles from where we were. They're just making that up. That's reality. That's
Well, how
reality.
they match? How they know? How do you know it's exactly 69 miles?
GPS.
GPS.
They had, oh no 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 no. They had no GPS.
Tell you
back then.
what. Tell you what. I've
No
seen
no no. Don't
plenty
tell
of.
me what. They didn't have GPS back then. If you
I've
can say
seen.
What do you mean
that.
back
Okay.
then?
We can do it now.
When this
Why do
guy-
we have to do
when
it
the
back
globe
then?
was put
We can do
together,
it
my
now.
guy.
We can do it now.
When the globe was put together, no,
We
no,
can
no,
do
no,
it
no.
now.
When the globe was put together, how
We
would
can
they
do
know
it now. We can do it now.
No, no, not talking
Sea
about
level.
right now.
Doesn't matter.
He made a
Why
statement.
Do you, why
he
do
made
you
a statement. Don't
I
try
did.
to get away from it.
I'm
Don't
not.
don't
We
run.
can do it
Don't
now.
run.
I didn't talk about it when we made
Don't
it.
run.
I'm
Don't
not
run.
running.
He just said that stupid statement.
I'm not running. He's not running. We can do it now. Why do we
Oh my
care
God.
what they did 500 years ago? We can do it now.
Why do we care? Because that's
Yeah.
what you believe in.
We
You
can
believe
do it
in a globe that
now.
was created 500 years ago.
No, actually 2,400 years ago. But we can do it
Not.
now. We can do it now.
Not
Yeah,
2,500 years ago.
2,400 years ago.
And we can do
Not.
the same test today.
We can.
It's a theory, man.
And
No, it's a theory.
yes, you're correct. It is
A
the best
mathematical
explanation.
equation.
It is the best explanation we have that
No, it's
through
not.
rigorous testing has not been falsified. You're right. It is a
Rigorous
theory.
testing.
It is a theory.
You can't
you are
falsify
correct.
it. They made it.
You are
They made
correct.
it so you can't
Through
falsify
rigorous
it.
testing, it cannot be falsified.
Nobody
You are
rigorously
correct. Thank you.
tested that.
Thank you. You
You
have
can't
made, you have
test
made
that.
my point. It is a theory. Thank you.
Yeah,
It
theory.
is the best
Thought.
explanation that
You know
through
what theory
rigorous
means?
testing, yes, it is scientific theory means it is the
A
best
thought.
explanation
A good
that
thought.
through
A good
rigorous
guess.
testing cannot be
Not.
falsified. That is the
Can't be
definition of a
falsified. That's a
scientific
problem.
theory. That is the
Wait a minute.
definition
If
of
it
a
can't be
scientific
falsified,
theory. That's the definition.
that's a
That it
problem.
hasn't
Don't
been
you think? Don't
falsified.
you? Can we test it? How do we test it?
We can. We can.
How?
Drive 70 miles north on a road and tell me then how many degrees
The
you
road.
moved.
So wait a
Go
minute.
ahead.
Roads curve and
Drive.
bend
No,
up and
there are plenty
down.
of there are plenty of roads that are very
Oh my
straight.
God.
Plenty of
This
roads
is
that are very
fun.
straight. Plenty of
Well,
north-south roads
so
that are
wait a
very
minute. Wait.
straight.
So we got a straight 70-mile straight. That would mess your curve up.
No, no, not at all.
Yes. 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 At all.
No, not at all.
If you got 70 miles of straight land, don't you think that debunks your globe?
No, no, it does not.
Who is this scientific theory? It's still a good guess, dude. Whoever the fuck that
No,
said that is.
a scientific theory is the
It's a
best
good guess
explanation
amongst
for an
friends.
observation which through rigorous testing has not been falsified. That is the definition of a scientific theory.
Good guess
No,
in layman's
no,
terms.
that is a
Yeah.
colloquial theory,
Yeah.
but
You
definitions
can't
have
improve it.
context. Definitions have context. A
But
scientific theory is the
it's
best
just a better
explanation.
guess, dude.
No, it is the best
An
explanation we
explanation
have
is not proof,
for
dude.
for
It's explaining
an
some stuff.
observation or set of observations which through rigorous testing has not been falsified. That is a scientific theory.
Don't make it a fact.
This is a load of crap right there. That is a
Why?
load of
Why you
crap.
say that?
This
Why you say it's a load of crap?
falsified by two measurements.
Why you say it's a load of crap? If I looked at that,
It's
you mean I couldn't get from
falsified.
Hawaii to
It's
wherever I was going? I couldn't
nope,
get to Hawaii on that?
nope.
Why not? Why not?
Because the sizes don't make sense. The distances don't make sense.
So you saying I can't use this?
This
You saying I
Pacific
couldn't use
Ocean.
this to go
Yeah,
nowhere?
if you wanted to travel, yes. So if you wanted to travel from Sydney to Santiago,
You
Chile,
do
you would
realize
travel
it's not just
northeast,
a
right?
map.
You would travel
It's a
northeast,
time
right?
chart. Why y'all
It's
always
actually
trying to
not a
run to
map at
Chile?
all. It's
Right.
not a
Go,
map at
but
all.
look, go to somewhere else. Go to somewhere else besides Chile.
Why does Chile bother you?
That's all y'all try to do to Chile.
Does Chile bother
Go
you?
somewhere you familiar with. You're not familiar with Chile.
Does Chile bother you?
No, I don't. I just noticed that y'all got these little run to
Why does it
the
bother you
things.
though? Why does it bother you?
This is a time map.
Yeah, it's not a map. It's
This
not
is a
actually
map
a
of the
physical
sun. You
map.
do
Yep.
realize that, right?
Yes,
It's a
it's
map
not a
of the
physical
sun.
map, but there is a scale
It's
on
a
it that
map of
doesn't
this.
work. There is a
This
scale
scale
on it that
works.
doesn't work.
This scale works perfectly. What do you
No, it
mean?
doesn't.
It works. It's a time.
Okay, how do I
It's for
measure
the
the
sun.
distance? How do I measure the
It's
distance
charting. It's charting the
across
sun.
Australia? How do I measure the distance here across
It's
Australia?
charting the sun.
How
And
do
we
I
got
measure
other
the
maps
distance
for.
across Australia? How do I measure the distance across Australia?
You go
Using
get a
this
map for distance that got the
Oh, can you give me a flat Earth map
wait
for
a minute, wait a
distance?
minute. Stop cutting me off, dude. Wait a minute. You go and get the map that's for distance and got the continents, the right sizes and everything.
Oh,
And you have more accurate.
okay. Yes, you're right. That's this one
This
right
is
here.
the time.
That's
That's
this
for
one right here.
time, like the sun.
Yes,
Charting the
this is the one
sun.
that has the distances correct. You're right. You do
Not.
have to use the right one.
No,
You're right.
that don't have
This is
nothing
the one
right.
that has the
That one is
distances
the only one
correct.
that's accurate.
This is
That's
the one
not a
that
map.
actually has the distances
That's
correct.
not a map.
It is a map.
That's not a map.
It is the map.
No, it's not.
It
That
is a
is not a
map.
map.
Does it have
No,
land
it's
masses
not.
on it? And does it show their
That's a
location in
digital.
relation to each
That's
other?
a digital theory.
Does it have land masses on it and show their locations and distances?
Dude, that is a damn
It's got a scale
digital
too. It's got a scale
thing that's been
right
put
there.
together by your
It's got a
mathematical
scale.
theory, dude.
It has one scale instead of 10 scales.
Yeah, it has
Are
one
all
scale
those
that works
countries the
everywhere.
right size? No.
Yes, they
Yes.
are.
Is that? Can you prove that water is curving
Yes,
at that
yes,
rate?
Has nothing to
No.
do with the
No.
yes,
Can you
map.
prove that thing is spinning in space? No.
yes. Yeah,
You can't prove none of that.
Bob Nodell
You
proved
can't
that the
prove
Earth is
none of it.
spinning. Bob
You
Nodell
can't
proved that
prove
the
none
Earth
of
is
that.
spinning.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
He
he
proved
did.
it wasn't spinning.
He got a ring laser gyroscope and he observed it
And
processing at
stop it,
15
Fuzzy.
degrees per hour,
You lying. Huh?
multiple
You
times,
lying.
including in a vacuum chamber.
Oh my God! You just
Once
gonna
you
keep spreading
realize
those
that this is
lies?
the one and
Well, you
only
gonna keep
accurate
spreading those
map.
lies talking about Bob Nadell proved that he did not find no damn the
He
Earth
did.
rotating.
He did.
No, he found the damn ether. That's what he did.
No, he didn't, because he put it in a
Yeah.
vacuum chamber and it still processed.
You know they had the two different readings, right? 15 and 17.
Yeah, because they took it up.
You can't
They
get
took it
why
up
is it
in
different readings,
altitude
Fuzzy?
because they took
Why?
it up in
What?
altitude
The
and
Earth
didn't
can't do
reset
that.
it. They took it up in
Oh
altitude
my
and
God,
didn't reset it. That's why they got a
Fuzzy.
false reading. Yes.
Took a false reading. He got two
Yes.
different readings. That's
Yes,
why.
exactly. Exactly.
So the Earth ain't spinning.
No, they
So
took
the
it
Earth
up in
not spinning.
altitude and didn't reset it. It's an improper test.
Oh,
Yes,
my
they got a
God.
false
Now you say
reading.
he didn't reset it. No, they did what they were
They
supposed to do.
didn't.
And they
No, they
found
didn't.
that. Oh my
They
God. So why you
didn't.
bringing him up? Why you bringing him up if you saying he didn't do what he did?
Because on Earth,
You
the
said he
three
found a
times
15 degree. Now you saying he found
yes, he
15
did.
and 17.
So
So
he
you
found
can't.
again. He found
You can't have
15
them both.
degrees
You
three
can't have
times
them.
in a row, and then they
You
did a
can't have them
test
both,
with
Fuzzy.
altitude and didn't reset it. So they got a
That's right.
different
Oh, I
result.
don't know about your. I don't know why you say he didn't reset it.
He didn't.
You looking at? I
They
don't know
spun
what
it
part
up
of
on the
that
ground and they
behind
flew
the
upwards.
curve you talking about.
They spun it up on the ground and they flew upwards. Bob Nodell proved the Earth was spinning.
No, he did not.
He did.
If he did, we wouldn't
He
be out here
did.
talking about Earth is flat, Fuzzy.
No, because
Nobody has done
people
it,
like
Fuzzy.
sea level
No.
just have
No,
the
you're
power of
lying.
nuh-uh. People like sea level
You're
just have the
lying.
power of nuh-uh. Yeah,
Who's
nah,
not on?
nuh-uh.
That's the truth.
You
You
are.
just sat here and told us he got
You
two
are.
different readings.
Yes.
You just said it.
Yes, out
So
of
how,
four
wait a minute.
measurements.
So how
Out of
much is
four
the Earth spinning?
measurements.
Is it spinning 15 degrees or is it spinning
15
17
degrees per
per
hour. 15 degrees per
Well, why
hour.
you get two different readings?
Because he did the other test improperly.
No. My
Yes.
God. Stop it, Fuzzy. Stop it.
Because he
You
did
quit.
the other test improperly.
So wait a minute. Why he didn't do? He did the first one right, but the second one wrong, right?
Yes. Got a lot of no, he did
Stop
actually
it,
the
Fuzzy.
first three right.
So he didn't know
and
what
he
was
did the
doing.
fourth
So he
one
didn't know what he was
wrong.
doing. That
He
what you
did
gonna
the
say?
first
He didn't
three
know what he
right,
was doing.
and he got the fourth one wrong.
Dude, they got
On
different
purpose.
readings. That's a problem.
On
That's a problem for
purpose.
you.
On purpose, so that he
On
could walk away and
purpose?
say he didn't believe it. Yes. Because you got a lot of
No,
flurf.
stop. Now you're just making up
Because you got a
stuff,
lot of
man.
flurf.
You
No,
trying to just make
I'm
your
not.
narrative up as you go. Or what?
No.
Why are you making this up as you go?
I'm not.
If
I'm
he
not
would have
sea level.
proved that the Earth was spinning,
He did.
there would be no flat earthers, dude. Don't you think all of us saw that video?
Dude, the power of
You think
nuh-uh
I'm the only
is
one
in
that
your
saw it?
corner. The power of nuh-uh is in your corner.
It's not my.
It
It's not
is.
in my
It
corner. It's the
is.
fact,
It
dude.
is. That's all you
It's
do
a
is you just
fact.
say, "Nuh-uh." No,
What am I
no, he
saying
didn't.
nothing about?
Because
I'm
there's
telling you,
video
you
evidence
actually.
of seeing him, watching him say, we saw a 15-degree drift. And then we did the test multiple times. And we
No,
saw the
Fuzzy.
same
You're
thing
lying
over and
right
over
now.
again. There's
You're
video
lying
of
right now.
it.
I have to call you that because you're lying right now.
I have to show
Pull
the
it up,
video.
and you're gonna see that he said 15 and 17. You can't have them both, Fuzzy. Right? You can't have them both.
No, you can.
The whole video, and you know it's a hit piece because he had to come back and do a second interview. So stop it. You can't fool me. I'm been on it, Fuzzy. There would be no
We
flat
carried
earthers
out
if
an
it was
experiment
true.
to test the rotation to the Earth. If the Earth is spinning at one rotation every 24 hours, that means that every hour it has to turn 15 degrees. And if the gyroscope is mounted anywhere on Earth, it's going to drift. In today's 21st century navigation systems, they're using what's called a ring laser gyroscope. It is extremely precise. If we could simply get one of these ring laser gyroscopes, we would be able to prove once and for all that there is no rotation to the Earth. One of the people in the community actually purchased one for $20,000. But what we found is when we turned on that gyroscope, we found that we were picking up a drift, a 15-degree-per-hour drift. Now, obviously we were taken aback by that. Wow, that's kind of a problem, right? We obviously
Wow,
were not
obviously
willing to
that's a
accept that,
problem.
and so
And
we
he,
started looking for
wow,
ways to
wow, did everyone hear that? A flat
Don't
earther
start talking.
got a
Don't
flat
start talking,
earther.
and don't
Hold
stop it
on,
because
no,
we're talking
hold on.
about.
A
Don't
flat
start
earther,
lying. Let him keep talking because you
a
know he
flat
found a
earther.
difference.
There's a surprise. A flat earther gets a result from a test and admits he's not willing to accept the results. Of course he's not.
prove that it was actually registering the motion of the Earth and that it in fact was registering the motion of the sky. So
Wow.
the next thing that we set out to do was to encase the fiber optic gyro in what's called a zero Gauss chamber to see if we could actually shield the energies being generated by the heaven. And we were unsuccessful with that, unfortunately. So the next thing that we're going to try is encasing the entire apparatus in
You
bismuth.
do know there's another interview,
If
right?
everything works well, I'd like to release it at the conference.
If there's not.
Oh, I know you didn't stop.
At a conference and all, we want to have proof there's no
And there's
curvature.
another
And if
interview.
we
And you
can
ain't
do
even get to
that,
the
it's
second
game
part,
over.
Fuzzy.
But
What's
the
going on?
rotation is not
You little
looking
lying
good.
yourself. You so disingenuous. You so
Sure.
disingenuous.
All right, give me the link to the other video. I'll put it on.
Oh my God, it's the
Go
same
ahead.
one.
Give me the link.
So what was we just talking about?
Give
You
me the
didn't even
link.
bring up the part where you talking about the
Give me
17
the
degree.
link. Okay, give me the link.
Oh my God, I had to go in my stuff and find it.
Give me the
I
link.
can't get it right now. Wait a minute, I'm doing something with my dog
Give me
right
the
now.
link. Okay, while you're
Well, you
doing
so
that,
disingenuous. Play
while
the
you're
whole
doing that,
thing.
hold
Play
on.
the whole thing, and you
That
know this only. You know it's the hit
that was
piece.
the
It's
whole
2
video.
parts to that.
This
You're
video
being
is 2 minutes and
disingenuous,
14
and
seconds
you're
long.
lying.
This video
And
is
you're
2 minutes and
lying.
14 seconds long. I just want to speak to Fat Mouth in the chat. I told you before,
No, get
Fat
to the
Mouth.
part where you talk about the 17.
Tell me what video to bring up. I'll bring up your video.
Oh, wait a minute. But you know about it. Why don't you have that?
Tell me what video to
We was
bring up.
just talking about that.
Tell
We
me.
was
Go
just talking
ahead.
about
You
that.
bring it up. Go ahead. You got the big screen.
I think it's the
Go ahead.
same
You got. Go ahead.
video you got.
You got. Well, then I'll finish playing it.
At this
It's
point,
2 minutes and 54 seconds.
we don't want to blow this, you know.
You're
I
so
got
full of it, man.
$20,000
That's
in this
crazy. How you
freaking
gonna be
gyro.
disingenuous
But
like
if we dumped what we found right now, we would be. It'd be bad. It
Wow.
would be bad.
Wow. Bob Nodell admitting that if they dumped the data that they found into the community, it would be bad news for Flat Earth.
So what I just told you is confidential. Okay, I won't say.
Interesting. Love it. Love it. Fat Mouth, I told you in the past, I don't know if you're still
Hey
here.
everyone, so some of you may be.
Fat Mouth, I don't know if you're still here in the chat or not, but I told you that if you type in my chat in German, you will be muted. And thus you have been muted. Oh, the bold wants to come back. Come on back up. Sea level. Come on back up.
Come on back up. Sea level. Come on back up.
Oh, someone's got an echo.
Oh, someone's got an echo.
Round, I think that's you. I'm not sure you know you're on.
Yeah, what you kick me down for?
To be honest, I was trying to minimize you and I hit the disconnect.
But you do know it's the second part of that video, right?
Tell me where to bring it
You
up.
do know that.
Tell me where to
I'll
bring it
find
up.
it for you. I'll see you on. I'll find it for you. It's all good.
Tell me where to bring it up.
But we know. But I will. But you do know that if it was true that
I like
they found
hearing
the
him. I
Earth.
like
Wait a
hearing
minute.
him
Wait a
say
minute.
this.
Wait
Is not
a
looking.
minute.
You can do
Wait a
that.
minute.
It's
Wait a
game
minute.
over.
Wait a
But
minute.
the rotation is not looking good at this point.
If there's not.
Oh, it's not looking good. Did he say that? Did he say it's not looking good,
We want to
brother?
have proof there's no curvature.
Oh my
And if we can
God!
do
Did he
that,
just
it's
say
game
those
over.
words
But
to
the
you?
rotation is not looking good at this point. We don't want to blow this, you know. Right. I mean, we got $20,000 in this freaking gyro. But
Not
yeah,
looking good,
if we
brother.
dumped what we found right now, we would be. It'd be bad.
So if he dumped what he had, the evidence he had collected so far, they would be in trouble. Flat earthers would be in trouble. That's what he was
I
saying.
don't know. I
That's
don't
what he
know.
was
You
saying
you
there.
interpreting his words differently than me.
No, let's listen.
It'd be bad.
He
Hold
found
on.
the ether.
It would
That's
be
what he
bad.
found.
Let's listen.
So what I just told you is confidential.
Let's listen. Oh, hold on.
Game over. But the rotation is
Why
not
you
looking good
moving
at this
around?
point.
Why you
Let's
trying
listen.
We don't
to
want to
cherry
blow
pick
this, you know.
words?
I mean, we got
Look at him. You see how he keeps
$20,000 in this
cherry
freaking
Let's
gyro.
listen.
But yeah, if we dumped what we found right now, we would be. It'd be bad.
If they dumped what they found right now, it would be bad. There you go. He was admitting his evidence supported Earth's rotation.
It would prove that they were not spinning, so it would be bad for
No,
the globe.
no, he was not
Yes,
saying that.
yes,
He was
yes. He
saying
did.
we would be bad.
No, we're not gonna play cherry pick what he said. I think he was saying this, or I think he was saying that. What he said is what he said.
Yes, and he said it would be bad.
Because the
It
Earth's
would be
not
bad.
spinning, and is he under the impression that the Earth is spinning?
His evidence was under the impression that the Earth
I'm
was spinning.
saying, is he before he started the test? Is
His
he under the
evidence.
impression that
No,
the
he
Earth is?
wasn't. No.
Well, can I finish the statement, Flay, please?
Go ahead.
When he started this test, was he under the impression that the Earth was spinning?
No, he was not.
Yes, he is. We all
No.
are, right? We was taught this, right?
Bob Nodell was a flat earther when he
You
did
can't
this
even
test.
answer honest question. You
He
can't
was
be
not
honest.
under the
You can't
impression.
be honest, Fuzzy.
Before
You
he
can't
did
be
this.
honest.
Okay. Let me know when you're done.
No, I'm saying you can't be honest. I asked you a simple question, and you're trying to just
You
jibber
asked me when he did this test, was he under the impression the Earth was spinning? I am answering
Yeah.
you. He was a flat earther when he did this test. No, he was not under the impression that the Earth was spinning.
Why wouldn't he be?
Because he was a flat earther. What flat earther thinks the Earth is spinning?
Nothing about him being a flat earther. He has to go on what he's been
Bob
told and what he
Nodell
knows.
was a flat earther.
It doesn't matter if he's a flat earther or not.
So are you under the impression the Earth is
He's
spinning?
still supposed to. He's still under the impression that it's spinning.
Are you under the impression
what
the
you
Earth
don't
is spinning?
understand.
Are you under
Say,
the impression the Earth is spinning?
Yeah,
You are.
but I know better.
So you
Yeah,
believe.
because
So you believe
that's what
the
I
Earth
was
is spinning.
told.
You believe the Earth is
No.
spinning. Okay. So
No,
you think
but
Bob Nodell believed the Earth was spinning? You think Bob Nodell believed the Earth is spinning? Do you even hear
you
how
twisting.
disingenuous you're being?
No, you being
Do you
disingenuous
even
because
no?
you're twisting words.
So
Contradicting yourself, sea level.
you're saying that Bob
How?
Nodell
Tell me how.
at the time he did the test, Bob Nodell believed the Earth was spinning.
Yes, we all lost
No,
hope.
he did not. Any more than you
Okay.
do right now. Do you believe the Earth is
Oh,
spinning?
okay. He might not believe it. I don't know what's in
Do
his
you
head.
believe
I
the
can't
Earth
get
is
in his head.
spinning? Do you
I can't
believe
get
the
in
Earth is
his head.
spinning? Do
I
you
know it's not
believe the Earth
spinning.
is okay?
No, I don't.
So you're a flat earther, and you don't
Yeah.
believe the Earth is spinning. But Bob Nodell
Nope.
was a flat earther, and you think he
So
believed the
what?
Earth was spinning.
He had to go under that impression because that's
Okay,
the known
you're
narrative.
not here.
Is it not?
You're
Is
no
it not?
longer here to have
Is it
a
not?
genuine conversation. If you're willing to contradict yourself that way, then you're not here for a genuine conversation. It's that simple. It's that simple. If you're going to sit here and tell me that when Bob Nodell did his gyroscope test as part of the Flat Earth Society, he believed the Earth was spinning, you're a fool.
And
And
that's
you're
what you
trying
ask.
to take me for a fool.
That's what you asked Sea Levels. Do you think
Yeah,
the Earth's spinning? He said yes,
yeah,
twice.
yes. I should actually clip that one. I should actually clip that one. Do you think the Earth is spinning? Yes. No, you're not
Twice.
coming. You're not coming back up sea level. You're not. You've already proven to me scientifically. Scientifically, you've proven to me that you are not here to have a genuine conversation. You've already proven to me you're not here for that. Sea level, you are flat out a liar. That's all that you are. That's all that you will ever be. You are a liar. I should clip that. I think I will. I think I will clip.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think I will clip uh, that sea level admitting that the Earth is spinning. I like that one. I think
Not
I will
only that,
definitely clip that one.
not only that, but just before that, when you just before you brought up the globe map,
Mm-hmm.
he was starting to believe, as far as measurements and all that, that the globe was the only
Yeah.
true map.
Yeah.
You
He's
almost
like,
might want to clip that too.
yeah. He's like, no, this one, it's not used for distance. Oh, yeah, you got to bring up the right one for distance. It's the
Exactly.
globe. And this, see what I was trying to demonstrate, and he helped me immensely, right? What I was trying to demonstrate is this fallacy that every measurement needs to be exact, precise,
Exactly.
exact. No, measurements do not need to be exact. In fact, there is no such thing as an exact measurement. The way you get very trustable, reliable measurements is you have multiple ways, multiple people, multiple observations, and you can then average them and understand each one's error tolerance and come up with a measurement that in the end will still have an error tolerance saying it's this plus or minus that. There is no such thing as a perfect measurement.
Exactly.
And
Even in torque wrenches, when you have to torque a bolt, there's a plus or minus measurement.
yes, there's a plus or minus measurement on the tape measure. There's a plus or minus measurement on the tool that he used to cut the things. There's a plus or minus measurement to your eye
Oh, the big one
observing
there.
it,
Yeah.
right? There's plus or minuses in every measurement. You can never, ever, ever get an exact measurement. It's not possible. It is not possible.
But there is a big measurement between 9,000 miles and 90,000 miles.
Uh huh. Yep. Or 93 million miles.
Or 93. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get what you meant.
Okay.
It's this idea that every measurement has to be exact and has to agree with every measurement that ever came before. Um, it's just silly. It's literally silly. And that's part. It's actually part of science denial. It's actually a part of science denial. All right, I am
Yeah.
going to bring DJ up, even though I know this is going to be a train wreck.
Real quick before he goes, I just want to say, because you did it quite a while ago,
Hmm.
the wiggle on the tape measure.
Yes.
there is a reason for it to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
There is a thickness to that metal tip of it.
Yes.
Yes.
And so when you're like pushing against a thing, it it pushes into the tape.
Yep.
And then when you want to like for example measure a table, you put it out on the table and you pull
Exactly.
against it.
That's
that
what I was
that push
saying.
and pull, that push
Yep.
and pull
It's
of that
designed into it.
Inside and outside measurement.
of that tape measure
Mhm.
is supposed to be an approximation of the thickness of the metal itself of that tip.
And it is actually when you look at it.
Yeah.
It's
Which
it's right there.
it's something I didn't know about until like 5 years ago. When I found out, I was like, wow, there is actually a reason for that, and they thought about it. That's
Yep.
really, really cool.
It's
But
for
also,
user-
it
yes,
is an
yes.
approximation of that
Correct.
thickness.
Correct.
It just gets it more accurate.
Yep. It makes it a little more accurate. Exactly. But it still has an error tolerance. It still has an error tolerance. DJ, welcome up. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Glad to hear. What brings you up tonight?
Oh, I was just wondering if y'all found the curve yet.
I'll answer that when you can answer any of the questions that are on my screen.
All of them. Which one would you like to start with?
Pick one.
Firmament.
Pick one.
Pick a
one.
firmament.
Your choice.
Firmament, 73 miles.
73 miles. And is your sun inside of that?
Encyclopedias from the 1800s. They measured it back then in the Go Fast rocket today.
Okay, is it 73 miles from all locations, or a
Except
specific
Antarctica,
location?
where there's a height limit because the dome arcs down. But they got it the 80 degrees south in the encyclopedia in the 18. I got that right here.
Okay. Is your sun inside of the firmament?
Our sun is inside. Planes fly above it. Yes.
Okay. So your sun is less than 90 miles tall, high above the earth?
Yep. The sun that we both observed with plane film flying
Okay.
above.
DJ,
Okay.
you got to plug your phone in your red barn.
What's going on? I was
Okay.
trying to find another picture.
So is this a map? Let me put my screen capture on. Is this a map that you subscribe to?
Other than the fact that it was made by a Mason, it's missing the center. Yep.
Okay.
So
Okay.
far.
Cool. So in
I mean, it's certified by the United States Map Department of Maps back then.
Sure.
Okay. Cool.
Approximately, is this correct?
So if the
I see
sun
more
if
on.
the sun is, let's say the sun is 75, let's make it round, 75 miles high, right? And
Not
on the
lower than that.
on June 21st, the sun would be over the Tropic of Cancer here, right? The summer solstice would be here, right? So at solar noon, it would be just north of the Bahamas, kind of between Cuba and the Bahamas there. And around the same time at solar noon, down in the southernmost part of Chile, they would be able to see that same sun. Right now, this is about 7,000 miles away here, and the sun is 75 miles high. So let's do a little math. Since this is a flat plane, we can deal in simple right triangles, right, with a flat base.
Number 0, yep.
Right? So, what are the angles of a right triangle with height of, you said 73 miles, and a base
The sun
of
moves up and down. There's no definite height.
well, okay, but it can't be any higher than 73 miles because the dome stops it, right? It can't go
Yeah, of
through the
course.
dome.
Just like space tours stop at 62 miles and
Okay,
in
cool,
the
cool,
Go
cool,
Fast
cool.
rocket 73. Yes, sir.
Right.
Cool,
I
cool
don't mean to
story.
interrupt,
Cool,
but
cool
DJ,
story.
you need to plug your phone in your red barring.
What's red barring?
Your phone, you need to charge it.
I got battery.
I think it's a signal that's bad, not
Yeah,
the,
that's
not
signal,
the battery.
not battery.
My bad.
Let me try.
But I'm hearing him okay. Okay, so a right triangle of height 73 miles your claim, not mine, and a base of 7,000 miles, which would be roughly the distance from the Tropic of Cancer down to the southernmost part of Chile. That right triangle would have an angle of elevation for the people in Chile of less than a degree, almost half a degree above the horizon would be where the sun would be at the highest in their sky. The sun would be half a degree at the highest in their sky on the summer solstice in the north, right? So let's go. I think I
It's just
still
the
have
angles
this.
of a right angle. That's not the
Yeah,
same. Go
yeah,
ahead.
exactly. Now, why is it though in Punta Arenas on that date, on the 20th of June of this year, they're going to see the sun at approximately 15 degrees in elevation, not half a degree. They're actually going to see the sun at 15 degrees in elevation. That is a massive difference in prediction. Um, care to explain why that is?
Say that again. That last part.
So the sun in Punta Arenas, Chile, when
Yeah,
when it is,
the one
let's
place I'll
move this here,
focus on.
when it is here, and they're seeing the sun at solar noon here from here, right? They're seeing the sun. They will be seeing that sun at approximately 15 degrees in their sky. But if the sun were actually 73 miles high from 7,000 miles
Less
away,
than that.
the
Go ahead.
angle the angle would be
After
just a bit more than half a degree, which is 15 and a half degrees away from the actual prediction and
Right,
the actual
and if it's
observation.
I mean, I don't think it even
if
gets to
it's less than that
73
height, then
miles.
it's lower, which is worse for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. If it's lower than this, it's worse for
Why
you.
is that? Y'all focus on Chile all the time. So I mean, why
Well,
don't we move to July?
is Chile on the Earth? Do people live
I
there?
mean, it's on the earth, but you're saying, well, I
Do
don't
people
get
live
what
there?
exactly you're
Do,
saying and
do
how it
people
gets
live there?
conservative because we're talking about the
Do
sun.
do people
But
live there?
anyway, go ahead.
Do people live there?
Yeah, people live there, but what's your
Okay.
point? What
And
do you
and
do?
and they observe the sun at 15 degrees high
This is
in
your
June.
assumption about how flat
Yeah,
Earth works.
they do see the sun at about 15 degrees high. It's solar noon. It's their winter time, right? It's our summer. It's their winter, but they do see the sun at
Right,
about
it's
15
further
degrees in
north
elevation.
with the
However,
horizon.
the problem is that your height of the sun doesn't match reality because it's way
Why
way
not?
way too low because it would predict an angle of elevation of
No, why is it not a match
less
reality?
than
It's
a
closer
degree.
to the horizon. The sky goes closer to the ground. The ground
Okay,
ramps up. Art books tell you
how
that.
much of a
So
difference is there
that's wrong.
between half a degree and 15 degrees?
That's irrelevant. You said
No,
it
it's
doesn't.
not irrelevant. That
You
doesn't
would be
match the
closer to the ground.
that doesn't match the
Exactly what we
observation.
observe on flat Earth. Hang on a second.
It doesn't match the observation.
Yeah, it does.
No, it
So,
doesn't.
so if we go to
Half a degree,
July,
half a
80
degree.
percent, 80% of the continents get sunlight right at the same time.
No,
Explain that one.
so you're completely off on your claim. If you go to July, there is a date, July 8th, where I believe it's 98 or 99% of the population
Let's
of
look it up.
Earth is in some
Nope.
form of
Nope.
sunlight. That is the claim. That is the claim. It's 98% of the population of Earth is either in twilight or sunlight. That is the claim. Now, if you want to lie and make another claim, be my
That's
guest.
not another claim. I mean, where's all the population on the continents,
Oh,
Well,
dumbass?
all right.
dumbass.
The
So when we
reason why
look,
that is
I don't know how to
because
get rid of
Go ahead,
this.
the
Jimmy.
ocean, yeah,
You made a
the
claim.
ocean
I was
is
wrong.
Yes,
massively empty.
yes,
You
yes.
like partially agreed
Right
with me and
here.
twisted the end.
No, right here.
Said I'm a liar.
You are
Is
lying.
Australia a continent?
It
No,
is, but how much
Right. And what's your
how much
point? It's way
population is
on the
there?
opposite side of
How
America, is it
how
not?
much? Yes,
It's
how
on
much
the opposite
population is
side, is
there?
it not?
Yes,
It's on the
yes.
opposite side. Why are they under the sun at the same time as me on July the 8th?
They're
Stop
not.
deflecting.
They're
They
not.
are.
They're not.
Well, let me share it
Oh
to
my,
5
They're,
Australians that'll say who they are.
they're
Let's look it
not.
up. Source?
They're not. They're one of the
Source? Hang
exceptions
on.
to
Source?
that time. Okay,
Source?
I will give you the source.
Go
July
ahead.
8th,
No, the source that
population,
that Australia
sun.
specifically doesn't get any sunlight on July
Sounds
8th with the rest of
okay.
us.
Okay. Sun to bring light to 99%, right? Sounds far-fetched.
That's
That's a
not an
Washington
observation or a
Post. I'm
measurement.
sorry. It's a
It's not a
Washington
source for
Post.
the observation or a measurement from Australia, but go ahead.
Okay,
I read this
99.
already.
Here we go. This is the source. This is the claim. Look who's in
Oh,
sunlight, and twilight, and look who isn't. Isn't. Australia isn't in
claim.
sunlight for that
that
observation.
that is part of the claim. Yes, it is part of it. So you can't just say claim because that is part of
All
it.
of North
Yes.
America, all of the population in North America are part of the observation. All of South America, all of Africa, all of Europe, most of Asia, actually pretty much all of Asia, except for the Australian continent and the lands around it, New Zealand, part of the
They get it.
Philippines,
They get
Australia,
sunlight.
and Hawaii.
And very
Hawaii,
Shut the fuck up.
specific. Hold
right?
on. Very
Again,
specifically,
very,
India and China are in it, which is a
yes,
massive part of the population.
yes. So
Australia gets it on April 8th every year. I Googled it. I chat GPT'd it. Stop
Australia
deflecting.
gets what?
Yes.
Gets what on April 8th?
Sunlight,
Yes,
dumbass,
it
on
gets
the flat
sunlight
plain.
every day. It gets sunlight every day on
No
April
shit.
8th. Yes, but there is one moment in time
It is a
on
moment
July
in the
8th.
day.
On July
No,
8th, there
bro.
is
The
one
point is
moment.
that the July 8th,
Is there
80%
anything
of
you
sunlight.
understand about this?
Flat plane, buddy.
Is there anything
The
you
continents are
understand
on two
about this
opposite sides,
observation?
bro. That's
There,
too
Hold
much.
on.
That's two different sides.
yes,
That part of Russia and that
yes,
part of America is two different
yes,
sides.
and
What do you
and
not understand?
Australia is in the dark and North America is in the light.
How is
Yes,
Russia? How is
That
Russia,
all right.
Eastern Europe, and
The
America
claim
in the
you're
light?
talking about is not saying the
You know
sun
what?
because
stays
it's
Somebody said
still.
that
summertime.
the water's all on one side and the continents are on the other. I don't believe that
No.
either.
This
Have
is
you not seen
showing
the
you how
Only
that
the
Pacific
way it
observation
Ocean?
can
works.
work. It's a ball. It's not flat like this map. It can't work like that.
It. Oh
Dude,
my gosh.
look
This.
at the
Well, like in a
Pacific Ocean.
basketball. Let's go get a
No, no.
flashlight and a basketball and show how
Okay.
it works. Put the continents on it.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can, because I can't seem to get rid of this bottom thing here, this tray. Oh, there it is. Okay. Look at this. Look at what land masses do you see besides Australia on my screen right now?
I don't give a fuck, bro. You're deflecting.
What? No.
Let's
So
go get a basketball and a
what
flashlight.
what
No.
land masses do you see on my screen right now besides Australia?
I mean, I got a flashlight in here. Let
You
me
see
find
the
the basketball.
Philippines. You
Spare
see the
time.
Philippines, right? You see all of this stuff.
Indonesia.
Indonesia, you see New
Okay.
Zealand, you see Australia. You
Looking for it.
probably
Really
can
good
make out
myself.
Hawaii up here, right?
Oh,
And nothing
right there,
else.
huh?
So what's on the other side right now? Inverse this.
Let's go to the other side. You
Yes.
don't got Australia right there, by the way.
Yes. So
Oh,
now,
you skip South America. Oh
so
no, never mind.
now
Other
we
side.
go to
You're right.
here, we go to here, and we zoom way out. This is as far as we'll zoom. We zoom way out. We are tilted because we're in the summertime,
Oh,
and
because it's still that
the
thing. Go ahead.
the twilights. So we're not exactly in. Let me see if I can turn this.
Yeah, this isn't POV of the sun.
Yeah,
This
it's
is a
not.
side angle.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
it's a side angle. I don't know how to move the. I don't know how to move the sun's view from here. That I don't think Google Earth lets you. But you
Yes. Some
you
of them
can
let you put a date in.
say that again.
I'm not sure, but I thought that one website let you put the date in. I can't remember.
Yes, that's what I was showing you. Timeanddate.com.
No, on the
It shows you
interactive mode thing.
yes, yes. So if we go here, and we go sun calculator.
Thanks for having me, Fuzzy.
Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And let's see, sunrise, sunset. Well, let me put in anywhere because it really doesn't matter. Okay. Oh no, that's not what I want. I'm sorry. I want sun calculator. Day night map. That's the one I want. Right? Day night map, and I want to go to July.
No, that's not it. There was one that had like I thought
July
you could spin the ball around, like do the one that could be different.
Sure. But here's the thing: we can do July 8th at a different time, and we can see how it shows at a different time. That's the thing.
Well,
What
I'm
you're
not
talking
saying
about,
that, but like what I'm saying is,
no.
There we go.
What you're
we
talking
got
about is the
people
thing
from
about the
Australia. You
99.
said Australia don't get any light. Now only a part of it does.
No,
You're saying it
nobody said that. Nobody said that. Australia gets light.
There we go. Australia is not part of the 98% of the population observation. They are the people mass that are excluded. That's why it's only they're part of the 2%. They are the 2% that are not seeing sunlight at that moment. They see sunlight on that day. Everybody sees sunlight on that day except for Antarctica, which is in 24-hour darkness in July.
Yeah, same day, 8 hours earlier or 8 hours later, Australia is going to see sun.
Yes.
One of those.
Yes.
It does. They are going to see sun. That's not the issue.
Correct.
The thing you're talking about is that specific moment in time. It's not in the sun.
So getting back to this, we've already debunked your claim of 73 miles because that is simply not possible.
Didn't deflected the entire time.
That is simply not possible. 73 miles, simply not
For the
possible for the
dome,
height of
that's
the
what's
sun.
measured by the CIA. That's what's measured by the other two that I named.
No, it's not, and you have no documents to prove it.
Oh yeah, let's pull it up. That's
there is no
your claim.
firmament.
You pull it up.
Assumption fallacy. I got it right here.
Go ahead.
I actually have saved on here, so let's go. All right.
And it better be sourced from them and not some third party.
On their website, dude. Quit playing that bullshit, dude. Come on now.
That doesn't look like your evidence. So, okay, where can I find evidence that says there is a physical firmament? Where is
You go outside and shoot something at it. You watch the big old hole there in the Starship 2003.
Have you verified it yourself? Have you verified it yourself?
That's bullshit. I don't have to verify it. I'm a journalist.
Okay. So you don't have to verify
Nope,
things
I don't
yourself.
have to redo the experiment that was already done. No, sir.
Okay.
No,
awesome. Awesome.
Fair enough.
So
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
So what was
why
the
do y'all
person
do
does
that
not
for a year long?
individually
Why
have
is that
to
your
do
only
it?
thing left?
Okay.
Did you do
No,
the
it's
experiment?
awesome. No, it's
It's
awesome.
not the only.
No, it's not the only.
Yes, it is.
I agree.
$1 million.
Where can I see the documentation of that experiment and its conclusion written down? Where can I see that?
Exactly.
Where can I see that?
Right here. Loading. Let's see. Let's get this damn thing on.
Where can I
And
find
yeah,
it?
that is a real observation. I live here, by the way. The one thing. So yeah. Let's see. Let's pull it up. Yeah. Pink. Oh, they took it down off the website. All right, so we got to get a copy of it. Let's go back. CIA, Russian National, U.S. Army. Damn.
Trump's administration probably took it down.
Yeah. Yep. It's got to have the Space Force. We need some Power Rangers. See if this will show it. I have it on my other computer. I might try to see if I can pull it up.
I want actual documents, not just a YouTube video.
I don't
No, I
want
know.
to
I'm
watch
trying
a
to see if it has
flat
a
Earth.
link on the top.
I
I'll
don't
look it up
want
real quick.
flurfaganda. You let me know if you find a link.
Right.
I'm not gonna sit here with flurfaganda on my screen.
Okay, this is from the actual website before they took it down. It's not flurfaganda you're just using. media tactics to try to make us look bad, and it's not working. We're getting more flat earthers every day.
When you
stop
can
dangling
actually
fingers in
bring
front of people, we can have a conversation.
when you
Come
can
on, don't
actually bring
excuse me. That's what
evidence,
you're
let me
doing.
know.
There's no excuse.
When you
So
can
let's
actually
continue.
bring evidence, let me know.
Flat earthers say CGI to actual
I
evidence
confirm
provided to
chroma.
them every
You
time.
deny that chroma existed before the 30s. It's not my problem. Google says it does. You can prove it. It's known. The black screen, before we added actual things over the chroma and figured out how to use it, all we had was black screen back then for chroma. Because that's the only thing we could do during the crappy cameras we had and get away with is using a black screen cut over the... It's called a chroma line. Google what chroma line is before you say that it's not CGI.
What
Even
does that have to do with the
ChatGPT says
existence of a
those black
firmament?
videos make no sense.
What does
Go
that have
ahead.
to do with the existence of a firmament? You still haven't shown me any evidence of it.
Oh, I mean, that's on screen. You shrank me, so that's your fault. I don't know. You're refusing to take it in. That's not my fault. It's their own website. So
Give me the
anyway,
link. Where's the link?
it's right there, bro. It's on the thing. You can see them type it in on the website. I went and
Rumor,
looked too, but they removed the
what is that? Rumor
That's
mill
their
news.
website. That's
Oh,
their
that
signal that comes
sounds
up
like
in front of the link.
that sounds like the CIA website. Absolutely. Rumor mill news. That sounds like a CIA website. Of
Nope,
course.
that's
Of
the
course.
CIA.gov right there. You can see it. So you're deflecting again.
Again,
Do you do that? Do you get paid to
where can I
deflect, brother?
find
You know,
that
You know
actual
that Space
document?
Baloney only gets 2,000 a week, bro.
Where
I'm
can
just
I
saying,
find
bro.
that
It's not
document
deflecting.
online? Where can I find that
All
document
you have to
online?
do is type in firmament CIA document.
Where can I
Damn,
find
dude.
it?
Oh, is
It's
Space
right
Baloney
here. You're
here
not
with
looking
us?
at it. You're deflecting.
Is
Rumor
Space
mills
Baloney
is
here
not a
with us?
Let's
source.
rewind it. Let's rewind and count how many times you deflected. You want to read some of this?
Rumor mills
Firmament?
is not a source.
No, you're
Okay,
deflecting.
where's the actual source?
Right there. You not see the goddamn
Where?
link,
No, I
brother?
can't.
Hey, it's right.
Hold your
I
camera
know, but you
still,
just put that in front
perhaps.
of the goddamn link. The link was
Hold
there
your
a while
camera
ago.
still,
You seen it.
perhaps.
Deflection number 10.
Where is
I'll
it?
keep counting.
Why are you
On
not
screen,
showing
read the
it well
document.
enough?
Read
Why
the
are you
goddamn
not
document.
showing it?
We
CIA, right
can't
there.
Why are
read
you
if
There's the
your
not
number.
camera
showing
is
it?
I don't give a
shaky.
shit what you say, brother. There's
Why
the
are you not
document number.
showing it?
Screenshot it. Terrestrial atmosphere, brightness of the daylight sky. It talks all about the sky reflecting off of it and then measuring the sky and all sorts of shit. Let's find the word firmament in here. Damn, I'm going too fast. Sorry. Slower, Morty. Ramp slower.
You do realize there is more
Slower,
than one
Morty.
definition of firmament, so even if you do find it, it might be the other definition than what
There
you
is no
want.
other definition of firmament. Firm.
Oh, okay,
Firm.
interesting.
Firm.
You
Expanse is not a definition of
declare
firmament.
there's only
It's
one
not a
definition.
definition of firmament. Expanse is not a definition of firmament. Thanks for playing.
But what?
That's a
I didn't
pseudo
say
definition.
expand. I didn't say expand. No,
Expanse? That's the
no,
pseudo definition that they got changed in
no.
the Bible to
That's
expand.
that's not what I said. What the hell are you talking
Okay, so
about?
what's the alternate definition of firmament that's not firm and solid? Go ahead. That means sky or expanse. Go ahead. What dictionary? Where?
Well, no. Yours was, but there
No,
is
mine's
also
not.
other
It's the thing
definitions
above the
of
sky
it.
or the. Anyway, go ahead. There it is. There's the Library of This one's Library of Congress about the firmament and the sky and the blue sky, the methods for determining the atmospheric sky. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's been a year and a half. Let's see. Let's go back to the the other military documents too. Let's put those up since I was doing it. Damn. Year and a half for me, the same. Well, there's pilots. There's all documents on the video, but now let's pull them up since I didn't get enough. We'll go to the Army's website.
Hmm.
008.
So you don't
Right
have
there.
anything to provide.
Yep. This is paper number 5, and you're deflecting, saying I'm providing nothing. Defense Technical Information Center. This is top military. Propagation of electromagnetic fields over flat Earth. That's number 1. I don't know, dude. So, yep, here we go. And you took it off, deflect again, number 11. So let's see, findings of the
I'm not
report.
I'm not gonna sit
This is live
here
on my
and let
YouTube, so
you.
we can rewind and count all the deflections. It
Yeah,
might be
no,
12 or 13.
go ahead. I'm not
Go
going to sit
ahead. You
here.
have nothing. You're gonna
I
prove
have
Yeah,
nothing.
it's
curvature. You
all
got
of
to
your
play with
deflections.
semantics. I showed you a document, 5 documents. You said I had nothing. Read it. Flat Earth. Zero curvature, zero
No, no.
spin, zero gravity.
You claimed a CIA document and then you
Yep, I showed you. It's
provided
on the CA website. You sit there and you see their
yeah,
link, and you see
and
their
then
little
and then
security
and then
badge
there was
go
no
in front of the
link.
link. There was a
You
link. The
provide
security badge
Hey,
flashed in front of the link, and you seen
you
it.
provided
You're
a CI
lying.
hey,
document
You're
DJ.
on their
link and it went
website.
to nothing.
It was
It was a
yeah. When I
nothing
went there,
burger.
but this was before I went there. They just blocked it after.
Hey, DJ. How far is it from the North Pole to the equator? How far is it from the North Pole to the equator?
Deflecting. I got an army document here. Let's
How
go back.
how far is
44
it from the
government
North
documents.
Pole to the equator?
44 government doc.
How far is it from the North Pole to the equator?
44 government documents.
It's
12,
how far is
13,
it?
14,
How far is it from the North Pole
15
to the
deflections.
equator? How far is it from the North Pole to the
16
equator?
deflections. I got 44,
How far is it from the North Pole to the
6, 7,
equator?
18.
How far is it from the North Pole
I
to the
raised you
equator?
44 documents and 18 deflections.
Okay. So it is 6,210 miles from the North Pole to the equator. It is 24,901 miles around the equator. DJ already admitted that I don't have to do a measurement for it to be correct, and those two measurements falsify flatness themselves. That's it. That's it. Falsification of flatness complete. 6,210 miles and 24,901 miles. Those two measurements falsify flatness within two measurements. That's it. Simple geometry falsifies flatness. Simple geometry.
Yeah. Another way to
Simple geometry
simply
falsifies
yeah.
it.
Another simple geometry is in the spring, the sun goes across the sky 15 degrees per hour. In the summer, 15 degrees per hour. In the winter, 15 degrees per hour. In the fall, 15 degrees per hour, no matter your location geographically. Literally, no matter where you are, it goes across the sky 15 degrees per hour.
Yep.
Full stop.
Yep.
Does not make sense on a flat earth at all.
Exactly. Nothing makes sense on a flat Earth. Ah, here we go. Earth's flat.
So assumption fallacies, blocking assumption fallacies. We got.
Oh, what was that?
That was his alternate account because I muted him.
Oh, okay. It was alternate account, not
Yeah.
different guy. Got it.
Yeah. No, same guy. Yeah, it's the same guy. That was DJ.
Okay.
That was him again. Yeah, he's got 100 accounts. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, that's cute, bro. I have
He's
two
got.
accounts. One for
He's.
my fun stuff, one for my flat Earth stuff. I don't
Uh-huh.
have 100 because that's weird.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got 100 accounts and he's got zero sensibilities and zero proof of flat Earth. Come on up, Duramax.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing, sir?
I don't know how well y'all can hear me because it's raining outside.
I can hear you pretty well, actually. I can hear you pretty
Perfectly
well.
fine. I don't even hear the rain.
Okay, good. So y'all know my story. So
Yes, yes.
and I'm looking through the telescopes, right? And
Okay.
one thing I'm seeing is the top of the moon has a shadow, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that was maybe Earth blocking it, but apparently it's not. Is
No, it's
that
not.
okay?
No, it's not. So here's the thing, right? Here's what I would ask you to do. The next day when the moon is in like a crescent phase where you see it like in the evening, you see the moon when the sun is still out. I want you to take a soccer ball out out to your yard where you're in sunshine, and I want you to hold up the soccer ball from your perspective directly towards the moon. Like hold it out in your hand, outstretched in your hand, directly towards the moon, and look at the sunshine on the ball compared to the sunshine that is on the moon. Compare those two. What you'll see is they are nearly identical every single time, right? So what you're seeing with the part of the moon that's cut off is we are seeing the moon lit up from an angle, right? The sun is lighting the earth and the sun is lighting the moon. And we are seeing the moon lit up from the sun, but from an angle. So we're seeing part of the moon lit and part of it, the back part of the moon that can't get sunlight at the moment.
Okay. When I was thinking about, that's what I kind of gathered. Yeah.
Yes, yes, and I can show you that. I might be able to show that here. Let me see if I can do that.
Yeah, but basically, the moon is always going to be approximately 50% lit.
So
what we see is not always that because we're viewing it from a different angle every time.
Correct. It's tough because I've got three lights above my desk, but the light is coming from the top, right? It's lighting the top half of this ball, and we're seeing it from the side. So the part down here, right, is darker. It's in shadow. Now imagine this ball being somewhere where everything behind it is just pitch black. There is no ambient light around it, right? And what we're seeing is the part of the ball that's lit, bright, reflecting sunlight at us, and the part of the ball that's not lit is not there at the night in nighttime, right? It gets cut off because
Right.
there's no sunlight hitting it. It can't reflect. What's interesting, you've probably seen this, right? You see a crescent moon at like late in the afternoon, right before sunset. You see a crescent moon, and then you see the outline of the rest of the moon. So you see this bright crescent, and then you still see the outline of the rest. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Okay, what that is called, what that is called is earthshine. So you're seeing the sun bouncing off the ball, right? And we're seeing the crescent, the bright lit part. But then there's also sunlight that's hitting the earth, coming to the moon, and then bouncing back to earth. And that's lighting the dark part that isn't getting direct sunlight. It's getting bounced sunlight off the earth.
Yeah.
That's called earthshine. So the phases of the moon have to do with where in the orbit around the Earth where the moon is, right? If you so let's assume think about the camera as the sun right now,
Right.
right? This would be a new moon phase. We couldn't
Yes.
see the moon because it would be in our daytime, right? And this is the part that's getting sunlight. This part wouldn't get any. This back here would be a full moon from Earth, right? We're seeing the sun is hitting here and reflecting the whole circle back to us. And then over here, sorry, over here, it would be a half moon, right? The sun
Yep.
is lighting this. We're only seeing this quarter lit. We're only seeing this part, right? And likewise over here, the phases of the moon are about the orbit of the moon around the Earth, and the an eclipse, this would be a solar eclipse, the sun being blocked by the moon from getting to the Earth,
Yeah.
and this would be a lunar eclipse, the moon being the Earth blocking the sunlight from getting to the full moon, and the people on this side would see that moon all fully dark. They would see it
Right.
in the Earth's shadow. But the
Because
phases,
the Earth does orbit at I think it's like a 10 to 15 degree angle.
yeah, yeah,
It's a small angle, so it's constantly up and down. So it's
right,
never like perfectly blocked, except for those eclipses.
correct. Some
Okay.
of our
So
some of our
what?
full moons look like that, where we see the whole thing
Yeah.
and it's not an eclipse. Some of them look like that, which would be a partial eclipse, and some of them look like that, which would be a total eclipse.
So, like, check this out. So, back to thank you for all that. That helped me understand moon phases a lot better.
Cool.
So when I use my Stellarium app, right, it shows like the moon would be the sun is like would be underneath my feet, like right, like
Yes.
and that's when I would usually see the top of the moon have a shadow, but the bottom of the moon's illuminated.
Yes, but the
Part of that might
phases.
be that 15-degree change of that angle up and down. But there's also some other issues that might
Yeah,
come into play.
yeah. Let me see if I can find the right website. Hang on just a second. I'm gonna.
While you do, could you bring me up? Because I have this very short video that shows
Sure.
a perfect example of
Sure.
just simple moon
Yeah.
phases.
Yeah. This is actually awesome. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna go on mute and I'm gonna.
This is like a third-person point of view of the moon phases first. The sun, the moon, the earth, right? This is a third-person point of view. And then she does this, right?
Yeah.
And well, this is the sun point of view. So the ball is lit the entire time, right?
Yes. That would be a new moon, right?
Right. But now this is the Earth point of view. So new moon. The other one, the moon was lit the entire time, but this is now the us point of view. So now we can see how the ball changes because this is the Earth point of view, crescent moon. All she's doing is spinning in place.
Mm-hmm.
First quarter moon. Gibbous moon.
Yep.
Full moon. And notice she's not blocking the light at all, even though she's in like might be in the way. Another gibbous moon. Last quarter moon. And all she's doing is spinning in place. The
Yep.
light bulb is the sun, the ball she's holding out is the moon, and her head is the earth. And that's all it is. And you can see the different phases in real time.
Yeah.
It's all it is a point of view perspective.
That makes a lot more sense than flat Earth ones, because flat Earth, they like to say the moon charges itself in the sun and it's a bunch of weird stuff, and some believe like
That is a
what we
bunch of
just,
weird stuff.
yeah, it's weird, yeah, for real.
That is a bunch of weird stuff. The moon is going around us. It is the phases are because of the angle of the sunlight hitting the moon and reflecting to us, right? It's
It
the
is a
angle.
very simple, simplistic. This is how light works because we know how light actually works. It's a demonstration of this is how light works and reality.
So basically, y'all just helped me figure out another way to debate flat earthers.
Yes.
That the moon is definitely a round object, like a
It is.
ball,
It
and
is.
not a lunar disk.
Correct. And one of the ways you can see that, and there are examples of it online with videos. We can act through the entire month, through an entire month. We can actually see 59% of the surface of the moon because of something called libration. Let me see, libration moon video. And this video demonstrates it very well. Let me go big screen here, and I will put that on, right? So you can actually see the moon slightly rotating as it uncovers and covers, right? You can see it's turning a little bit. We can see really close to the edge here. If you study this, you can see that it's actually showing more than 50% of the sphere throughout a given month. That is an easy way to say, hey, this thing has to be three-dimensional. The other thing is when, and let's use the flat Earth map just as an example. Well, no, actually, let's do. Where's my time and date? Where's my timeanddate.com?
While he's looking that up, here's also another way. Let me put my camera back on.
Oh, where is it? I had it up.
All right. So, for example, right here we have a lamp. Right. It's circular from the bottom. Right.
Right.
But if you look at it from an angle, it's no longer circular. It becomes obtuse. It becomes no longer circular. It's longer on the sides, shorter on the ups and downs. It becomes oblong.
That's exactly what I
Any
was going to
circular two-dimensional circle will become obtuse when you look at it from an angle. It only retains a spherical shape if it is a sphere.
Correct.
Like a ball, like a basketball, a baseball, etc.
Correct. If you look up at a circle that is flat, when you walk away from it and you have an angular view at it, it turns into an oval. And I can demonstrate that in a second. But look at what I have on my screen here, and imagine somebody in Africa looking at the moon at this time, right? And then someone in South America looking at the moon at this time. If this were a sphere that was local, that was close to the surface of the Earth, they would be looking at two completely different sides of the moon. The person in Africa looking up at the moon would be seeing sort of this half of it, right? And the person in Brazil here would be seeing this half. But we don't see that. We all see the same view of the moon all night long on any given night, right? And that's because this thing is a sphere that is 250,000 miles away from us and not right in our backyard. It's not right here. It's not close. And if it were close, you would have to see different sides of it on a night like this. You would have to see different sides.
The angular differences is so minute that we can't tell that there is a difference.
Correct. Really, there is none. There's almost no parallax anywhere on Earth because of the distance to the moon. And as far as here, let me demonstrate this. I think I can. Turn my camera on. Okay, so my ceiling fan. Let me take the camera over here. My ceiling fan. It's too. I can't zoom out. My ceiling fan is making a perfect circle because I'm directly below it, right? But if I come at this angle and watch it, it's making an oval. It's wider than it is tall.
Yep.
That's true of any circle that you can observe. If you are angled to it, it turns into an oval. It gets, because of perspective. That is truly how perspective works. And, flat earthers, from your own experience, they love to quote perspective, but they quote it wrong all the time. And when they see an example of what perspective actually does, they don't recognize it.
But in comparison, a baseball, a basketball, a tennis ball, no matter what point of view you look at it at, they're always circular. Always circular. No matter the angle.
Right. Let me demonstrate that. So we've got a circle here. It's a circle up here, and it's a circle over here, and a circle here, and a circle down here, and a circle here. No matter what angle we have to it, it's a circle. The only shape that does that is a sphere. That's the only shape in geometry that will always be a circle, no matter what angle. I'm looking at a circle, you're looking at a circle, we're both looking at a circle. It's always a circle if it's a sphere. That's the only shape that does that.
Right. Yeah, that's what I've observed too.
Yes. Yes, that is a truism. That is a truism.
Right.
So I love that you're enjoying the heck out of your telescope and looking at stuff, the moon, the celestial object. Have you gotten to see any planets yet?
Okay, so like that was my next question, and I'm glad you brought that up. Um, so I have a hard time viewing Venus,
Okay.
and the reason why is I use a 20 millimeter. My telescope is a Celestron Astromaster 114,
Okay.
and when I view it, I have crosshair marks on the planet Venus
Mm-hmm.
and Mars, and I can't zoom in on them. Am I using the wrong optics? Do I need a better
So
optics, or?
so part of the there's a couple of things working against you, and it's really difficult. I was never super good at pulling in Venus. Saturn and Jupiter were a bit easier for me, but pulling in Venus was not a specialty of mine. But the problem is all of these things are always moving, right? Now I don't know if your scope has auto tracking, where it's actually tracking the object. Um, Mine did not. At least it didn't work well. So I was doing it myself manually, and so getting high magnification is difficult because once you put a low magnification scope, eyepiece in there, and you see you've got a big area that you're looking at with a tiny little Venus, and you can see it for a while, but you can't get in on the details, right? So you want the higher magnification eyepiece. You put that in. What you're doing is you're making your field of view much smaller, and so you have to be a lot more accurate. You have to be a ton more accurate on where you're pointing in the sky to get the planet in. And I was never super good at that. There are people far better, and I haven't had my scope out in like 15 years. So I'm probably not the best guy to give you advice on how to use it. My scope is not a modern scope. It's 21 years old at this point. Um, Admittedly, I'm probably not the best one to give you advice on actually how to use it, mechanics of it. But I just love the fact that you have one, and you're getting
Yeah.
out and looking at the beauty of this universe we live in. It's spectacular, and you will get better at it with practice. The one thing I would say is if you have a local university, like a local college, they typically have astronomy nights, and they love to share their knowledge. You can take your telescope to an astronomy night and ask people to help you learn how to use it. They're usually free. You can go and just attend your local college's astronomy night and and get help from people who know how to use these things far better than I do. Get hands-on help and encouragement from them. I highly recommend you searching that out. Your local university
Yeah.
will almost invariably have an astronomy club with astronomy nights.
95, 99% of them don't require being a student to even like
Hmm.
request that, access
Exactly.
that, do that kind of
Exactly.
stuff. They want to have that knowledge for everybody.
Exactly. Exactly. And they get credit for participating. The kids get course credit for participating in those things on most of them. So they're there to share their knowledge. Um, yeah, local astronomy clubs as well, as Astra Doug said. He would know far more. He probably does volunteer his time at those as well. I would
Yeah.
bet.
And if there isn't a college, if maybe you happenstance live close to like an observatory. An
Hmm.
observatory is actually the best place to go for
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
If you,
here on
they're
Long
few and
Island.
far between,
Yeah.
but if you happenstance near one, go there.
Here on Long Island, we have Stony Brook University, which does have astronomy nights. There's also Suffolk County the Vanderbilt Museum and Planetarium. It's a fairly famous planetarium here. They have astronomy nights as well.
This
And
is the
then
best I can do getting Venus right here.
let me maximize you. I want to see that.
And if I zoom in on it, like I said, it'll just be like a blurry light
Yeah.
with crosshairs on it.
Understand. So with Venus, from what I've heard, with Venus, you may actually need a filter to block some of the light on Venus because it is so bright that it can overpower
a
the
solar filter
magnification.
would do wonders.
A low-powered solar filter would block enough light to give you the detail you're looking for. So that might actually, because to me, this just looks like the light from Venus is overpowering your camera. It's just too bright.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
overexposed.
Also, another thing with Venus is there are good times to view it, there are bad times to view it, and then there are times when you cannot view it at all whatsoever. So, like if this so happens right here that you're showing is a bad time to view it, maybe it's just a bad time.
So Astro
which
Doug,
is like all
Astro
the
Doug,
glare is making it super hard to see. So
that's
a little
that's
sooner or
literally
later
what's
makes it
happening.
better.
Yeah, that's literally what's happening is you've got a lot of glare from the amount of light coming off of Venus. It's just way too bright. It's way too bright.
Yeah, maybe if you have some window tint or something lying around.
That could work.
No. It's not window tint. Oh my! It's
could help a little.
polarizing filters.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you want
I'm
is
just
a
saying it might
polarizing
work.
filter. It might help. It might help. But
It might.
You're not gonna. Yeah, you window tint is probably gonna add streaks and.
I was also thinking, I also want to see Jupiter. Now, you see, if I can get evidence of Jupiter, like actual pictures of Jupiter that I took, I can say I took this picture.
Yep.
Jupiter has that red spot on it with the cloud along with it too.
Yes.
Yep.
That is undeniably, and like flat earthers, they call planets wandering stars, and they say they look like stars. But if you show them Jupiter, and they're like,
here's the
get
thing about
Jupiter
Jupiter
with the moons
I was gonna
and
say.
chef kiss.
Yes, here's the thing. You can easily see the moons of Jupiter, and you can often see the shadows of the moons of Jupiter on Jupiter. So getting pictures like that, not that difficult. It's just a matter of some time.
Yeah, it's
so Astro Doug, I would
did a
love
time
you.
lapse of
I would
2
love you to give some
transits of
advice.
Yeah.
And we're having discussion about it afterwards. Let's see. Hopefully they're still here. So we figured out how to make multiple accounts. Good. Let's go back to that flat smack. On flat smack, we gotta just, all they did is deflect. I sat there and counted it out. Get sunlight, right, at the same time. And he deflected from that. That Australia most certainly does. Who gives a fuck?
Of the claim, yes. That is part of it. So you can't just say continent and the lands. ChatGPT is not. Australia gets yes in time.
Let's cook. We can cook that again. I don't care. So back to the flat Earth documents. Now that we know that that's going good, all right.
So we're not.
The twilights prove the fucking dome because the twilights literally the sun. I don't fucking care. I like this one. That's good. If it's still there. Huh. That's crazy. There we go. The report looks at interaction, radiated electromagnetic fields with the Earth, ground, and military law enforcement application. Military or law enforcement applications of high-power microwave HPM systems. For such systems to be effective, the microwave power density target must be maximized. Destructive scattering the field as they propagate the target. Skip all that nonsense. Let's get right to where it just says flat Earth on it. So there's your horizon and vertical. Let's see. The plane geometry for vertical and horizontal. That's not curved, that's straight lines. It's 90-degree angles. Parallel and perpendicular. Let's see. Boom. Flat Earth on the headline. It's not the one I clicked. I clicked the NASA one. Go back. The NASA man can. He'll explain to me the big words. Correction, I'll explain to you the big words. You'll just find a word you think I don't understand and stick with it until you understand that I understand it, and then you'll deflect back to the sky, back to the ground, back to the sky. I know the script. I've been here for a while, guys. I'm trending on the For You page for a reason. My videos, not the live. I mean, of course the live, but I just started the live. There we go. No preview. Oh no. We can download it. And there we go. There's the NASA one. That's the one. Georgia Institute of Technology. So we got there on there too. And then we got the NASA man can. That's space. So what is it you do again, brother? What's rigid mean? Huh. It again? Flat Earth? Why does it say flat Earth? I still find it hard to believe. Look at that. Oh. That's crazy, man. 44 documents. Cooks everything. There's flight testing. VSTOL aircraft to identify. Full envelope aerodynamic model. Can we get that one if I can pull up? There it is. Why is there 44 flat earth government documents, Harold? If you're going to deflect from that, then you're not qualified to be in the box. It's that simple. See, Fuzzy deflected and blocked me. Had no counterclaim. I'm probably honestly going to go back over there to another Globe Live. They're desperate. They've admitted to me. If it wasn't for modern day debates, other debate topics, he'd be cooked too. So let's get it. The VSRA, he's admitted that. The VSRA database consists of series. Look at that, man. Flat Earth. What's the word flat mean? Yeah, you just admitted you're not qualified. You're deflecting. And I'll flat smack you and you'll go run and tell them that he had nothing. and project your own nut-uns, like for a year and a half. Do I need to teach you the formula of curve? It's not 8 inches per mile squared anymore, according to your own folks on the app. Lawn Dart knows this. You want to educate him, Lawn Dart, on the new math formula, because you had to assume it's much larger now, or whatever the fuck's going on, the fact the Earth no longer causes the moon phases? You have to understand that first, buddy. My phone might die. Let's plug it up here. Fuck. For a chat, there's no chat, buddy. Why are you here if you just, you know what I mean? It's flat. You not understand? It's flat. There's no debate, and I'm proving that. I get blocked so fast. It's that simple. 44 documents, he still said I had nothing. Do you not understand the psychological fucking... You don't understand what that is? There's a word for that. If it's not deflection. Discourse? That's crazy. Longitudinal maneuver. Excise the large changes. That's weird. Why do we need to read it together? It's pretty simple. Curvature 0, spin 0. I said it curves down and then refracts up to eye level, but it starts at eye level and ramps up to the middle of the screen or higher. To the middle of the screen. I've helped you out a year long, Lawn Dart. You know it's flat. We all know that you know it's flat. You'll help me out. I'll help you out again, guys. How much y'all get paid? It's gotta be more than $2,000 a week to afford the house that Space Baloney's in, but he said $2,000. That's a straw man number to make it look like he was lying while he was acting sincere to make it, or whatever, but it really just makes him look stupid. He was a homeless street. I don't know. Come on now, y'all guys are deflecting. Here's another one. Talks about flat Earth and has the measurements. Path loss measurements. VHF. Pages 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 26, and 35. There's the military here. Let's go back. See? There he goes again. Let's Google it here. Are slopes flat? It changed it. It used to say no, they're not flat. In fact, the slope of... Yep, it's not flat, so now let's do vertical. Let's do flat. Sorry. For you, we'll start with flat. I like that one since I like to waste time. You're long on this, by the way. In red. There you go. Opposite. The first one. Take that clip if you want, or rewind it on my YouTube. I don't know why what y'all are clipping that I ain't got a clip of. I don't know. It depends on what your answer is to what that means. What two opposites are. So you're denying the opposites. Opposite day. Left, right, up, down. Yin, yang. You know what an opposite is, right? You ever seen a checkerboard at Walmart on a bag or on somebody's shirt outside? Vans, shoes used to have them. It's everywhere. You don't know what opposites are. Black, white, red, blue. Boy, girl. Oh, wait. That's no longer opposites. That's one thing. There is no gender now. Yeah, exactly, Lawn Dart. You deny opposite because it cooks the globe. They're right. They're right angles. They're 90-degree angles. Hold on. What? He denies opposites, first off. And what the fuck? Damn, cuz. You think level means a straight line, horizontal, parallel to the horizon, and you think level is the curve of the earth, which is the arc of a circle, not a flat 90-degree angle. And you also think it has something to do with the texture, like bumpy, which is a false definition, being a false opposite, a false antonym, and smooth being a false definition. It would be the word to use in place of flat. A flat screen TV is because they work on them horizontally, and then they stand them up. You flatten somebody's face into the dirt, into the horizontal ground. A flat pan, the flat plains, 500,000 square miles, and well, no one gets fucked. Yeah, because that's got confirmation bias within the chat GPT. And it's a flat earther. There is no if. That's how I would say it too. That's how you would say it when you're out there. If this exists, if the Great Plains exist at all, as described, I mean, as people describe it, by the way we know the Great Plains to exist and the way it's measured by Division I schools. Wow. You know I have an IQ, truth bomb. I cooked you a year ago. You got nothing. You hide behind a fake account with a green check mark. See my face in the profile picture? This is what I deal with. You know you're the cool. Go ahead and deny natural law and physics to avoid metaphysics. Reincarnated.